we're back, baby! Late game TI-11 edition. What a group of chaps that I've got here for the first episode. This is always just going to wrap up the day, talk some bollocks for about 15-20 minutes, and luckily we've got some fantastic guests tonight. I am also joined, first of all, by my longtime companion, first-time co-host, Sir Action Slacks. Jake, we've wanted to work together for some time.
Slacks and Flax,
and it's finally happened. Don't hug me. That's not part of the deal.
All right.
And then we got Quinn. Quinn, how you doing?
Been better, but I'm
Been
good.
better. I know it's a stupid question, but I have to ask it. I'm not going to say, Quinn, I guess things suck for you right now, huh? You know, I'm going to try to put a positive spin on it. That's my job as the host.
That's fair.
Okay, all right. And Jack?
Good to be with you.
Good to see you.
Better already.
Better, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
The legs getting better as well, gradually.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but
Very
surely.
slowly.
Well, first of all, what a day. What a first TI. A day of surprises in many ways. A day of records as well. Surprise number one, James is confirmed no longer an arse. I was surprised by that. Did you guys know that was coming?
No, I was actually looking for the Gabe obituary. I thought that was a lifelong duel. Like, one could survive and one couldn't. So
They're going to release them one after the other.
I can't believe it. Is it really the same James, though? Maybe they, like, fabricated one.
Well, maybe it's not that he's no longer an ass, but the goalposts have moved. We accept that now. We've embraced who we are.
We've embraced the asses.
Ass
yeah,
is acceptable?
Just like we've embraced Slacks over the years, like, you know?
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love having you on these. It's always my favorite TI tradition is conning Jack into a panel. It's absolutely fantastic. We don't pay this guy anything extra. But he just comes and does them.
I just asked him really nicely. And I said to Quinn as well, would you guys mind coming on? And they were both like, yeah, sure.
You know what happened is actually Jack messaged me and said we're going on the panel. He didn't even ask me. There was no question mark. It was a period.
There you go. After doing it in the rain last year in Romania,
oh, man.
Had to run it back, you know?
Yeah, you didn't have to do it last year in the freezing cold sort of. It was actually, the studio was just like this, with one wall missing on that side, a wall missing on that side, curtains.
With
but
8
imagine it
people huddled
outdoors and
warm.
it was like minus 15. That was what it was like. And I was just wearing a t-shirt. It was pretty rough. So, what?
I loved it. Thank you. Please have me on anytime. Number one show here. Anytime, everybody.
It was pretty rough. I'm sorry. It was very cold. I'm not going to lie about that. That was fantastic. You could see my goosebumps on the flipping broadcast. I was that cold. All right. So, let's talk about some of these upsets here today, lads. No repeat of last year's final. Spirit are gone. Boom knocked him out. Boom could also knock out PSG LGD, which would be a pretty nutty story, right? We also saw EG lost after a good group stage. They got 2-0.
They got smacked.
They got smacked.
Not that surprising.
PSG LGD 2-0'd. Wait, what have I written here? So this says 400? 2. No, as well. They got 2-0'd as well, yeah.
They 400'd them.
They did 400 of them. And I also put Hikori pulling a Ghostbusters and choosing the form of their Destructor.
Oh.
But I had to look up. How do you get this reference at all? The original Ghostbusters, when they say that you have to choose the form of the Destructor.
I've not seen the movie.
Have you seen it, Jack?
I know of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and little else.
Do you know what it is in Spanish?
No.
It is El Hombre de Malvavisco Stay Puft.
Stay puffed.
We've learned a lot here today. Thank you so much.
Okay,
I'll remember this.
You
There
were
you go.
prepared. How did you know it would go there?
Stay
You were
puft.
just prepared for that.
I just thought, you know what, I bet they're going to lose. Because that's just, people set the storyline. It always feels like you set up the storyline, you'll walk into it. Like, you can't stop fate sometimes, it feels like.
I want to see a stat for the choosers win percentage because I feel like it never ends well. Like, whoever you
It's
pick,
better to flip a coin.
Yeah. Or at least tell them that
I
you
think
flipped
you're
the
right.
coin.
Choosing
right?
is too risky.
Yeah, because you're like, they chose us? How dare they?
And you need to like message them on Steam like, we didn't choose you, by the way. We flipped a coin.
I saw
Don't feel
SneyKing-
empowered by this.
I saw SneyKing the other day, actually, and it was like, oh, look who it is. You know, winner of Group B, just like back in the day. He's like, once again, we get to choose between LGD and OG, and guess we pick OG. I was like, all right, good luck, brother. Get vengeance for us this time.
Well, so I chatted to one of the guys on the Hikori team. I don't want to say who, but he said that the issue was that they've played Beast Coast a lot more. And they said Entity are really scary. That they were like a team, he's like, we just don't want to get rolled in 15 minutes. They'll just win all the lanes and destroy you. So he was like, well, we just chose Beast Coast because at least it's familiar.
Maybe
that seems reasonable.
I think they were afraid of, they were afraid of this exact strat that we saw. Of course, it wasn't 15 minutes, it was like 130. But
Yes.
this like Zeus strat, they were afraid of precisely that. And like, yeah, the familiarity does go a long way. Like if you think you know what they're doing, you think you can deal with it, I mean, yeah, why not?
If I was a player and knew that was waiting for me, I would have just forfeited, honestly. Screw it.
Stomp me in 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, please.
Don't
Make
stomp
it
me in
end.
2 hours.
Quinn, what's the closest you come to a game like being that long and the net worth like being, it's like 132K gold difference or something?
Yeah, we had a game against LGD at TI with some Mega Creep comeback where, I don't know, Dota becomes just absolute nonsense at that point in the game.
Are you, I mean, do you feel more pressure at that point, or is this like, this is so ridiculous that in a way, if it goes wrong, we can't really be blamed for how this turned out?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to be like, we tried. Oh, well.
We tried for 90 minutes.
I mean, if you get eliminated, it sucks, but if it's just like another game, I'm sure X-Nova is not a happy camper.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. But you know what?
loneliest
What I liked was that the crowd were chanting his name. They saw, I mean, this guy's up there by himself with a bunch of stuffed toys. He's doing his best. They were chanting, they were X-Nova. Like, I thought that was good respect from the crowd.
That was very sweet.
That man has, this is the most tragic possible story I think, guy for a player. Like,
I mean,
they're
oh,
9-1. They're destroying everyone. They're probably 1 win away from upper bracket.
Right.
And then pretty soon he's playing by himself in a room, and they've lost 9 games in a row, and they're gone. Like that's
Everyone's just coughing on the mic.
that just
you can't hear
cannot.
anything.
Yeah, he's talking about in the comms. He just hears mostly coughing.
Oh my God,
Heart
that's
goes
so
out to
rough.
X-Nova. I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah.
You know?
Jake can't imagine that. He's the head in hand.
Yeah, that hurts, man. That
All right,
hurts.
I got some questions more specific for the lads here, the Sonics boys. I'm gonna always call you Quincy Crew, but I'll call you Sonics.
Oh.
So Jack, quite interestingly, I looked up an old interview with you from just before TI, and you said we are representing a small and consistently disrespected region, and I thought that was really interesting because I want to just know, first of all, why do you think NA is disrespected?
Yeah. Jack?
Elaborate, Jack.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Quinn. I think, I think first of all, when we do well, we tend to be pretty vocal, so we let other people hear about it. So it's easy to hate on us. And I think, I don't know, it's just easy to dogpile on the, on the weak region that has like these Quins who are like very outspoken about things, like it's just easy targets for everyone else, especially when we struggle. So, yeah.
Do you think it's also like just in America? Do you think it's like that's an aspect as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone. It's like the big easy target, right? Everyone loves to hate America, and then again, there's so many like overrepresented American talent as well in the scene. Like you have these like Slacks and stuff that just.
Why does it always come back to me?
I don't understand. So there's just easy targets. So yeah,
They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. That's
Exactly.
true.
Exactly.
I feel
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
making fun of Americans, I mean, it's like we enjoy it as well. I mean, Americans also hate America. It's just like free reign. You
It's
can't get
true.
away with that
I mean,
anywhere else.
Brits are the same. Like we quite like making fun of ourselves, and we do that quite a lot. The problem is when other people do it, it doesn't feel funny. Like we like making fun of ourselves, but it's not so funny when other people are like, "Oh, your country sucks." It does suck at the moment. I'm on board with that
does.
statement,
I mean,
okay? I love my country.
You're right.
But we're in a bad way. But I don't mind saying that. But I don't want Jack walking up, "Hey, Pyrion, what's up? Your country sucks." Like, that's not...
There it is. He can say that, but God forbid any of us attempt to, and you'll see a totally different side of him.
Exactly.
It is called the international. We're all here together, respecting. That's very
Shut
good.
the fuck up.
God damn it, you pissed me off. I tried to bring it back in for an easy
Whatever.
alley-oop.
Flax is a shill now.
So,
Stop being so positive. Man.
let's shut up. Let's talk about NA's performance so far at this TI.
Abysmal.
Has been really abysmal. You guys are out, TSM are out, EG lost 2-0 today. What is going on? How much of it is a mentality problem? Because you guys are good teams. Is it just belief? Is it like tilt? What is it? If you can sum it up.
Yeah.
I mean, there are just way less players in NA. So when there's less players, there's going to be less good players. There's going to be less good practice.
But you guys are good. I mean, these are good teams we're putting out here, don't you think?
I mean, I don't know. If you go by results, I wouldn't say we're particularly good. I mean, I think a lot of the NA teams have potential, and maybe in a specific world, or if you run the simulation enough times, they could perform well. Like they did well at whatever the heck the first major was called, the Sweden one.
Yeah.
But,
that one.
Major. The
Huh?
Stockholm
Yeah,
Major?
that one.
That one, the Sweden one. That was a good one.
That was great.
Hell yeah.
NA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's not as many players as other regions, not as much passion for the game or support in terms of orgs and stuff like that for, same reasons as there aren't, as many players or as many pros as there aren't that many players. So it's just hard to have a strong player base, I think.
I think to a large extent, the South American players actually prop up what remains of NA,
Yeah.
I would say. I think, I don't know what the proportion is, but it's a very large number.
Yeah, it's like 80-20 or something of SA players to NA and NA pubs.
And so it's just not great. But also, if you don't have, tournaments or exposure, it's just hard to really measure yourself. So, for us, it was an entire year almost before we got to play another international competition. You get there, you realize it's a pretty big gap. And also, are you improving? Everyone improves when you, grind and play, but can you improve at the same rate as other regions? And so if if your pubs are worse day to day, rep by rep, you're just going to fall behind.
So that's another thing I wanted to ask, which is, obviously we've seen a lot of upsets today, right? Of teams that people were expecting one thing, but it just seems to me like there are so many teams now that are so bloody good. Like, it doesn't really feel like there are that many teams that come in and you think, oh, well, these guys are going to go like 0-12 in groups and just crash out. Doesn't seem that, like, all these games are hard. And teams that have done really well all year turn up and it's like, oh, man, this is impossible. Spirit got knocked out today. Yeah. That's unbelievable, right?
Yeah, I think we had some of the best records for teams that were eliminated out of the group stage, right? Because there was like a winless team last year. I think like 5 being the cutoff was like pretty high. And a lot of the games were like very close, like winnable both ways. I mean, that's usually partly like also because of the patch, but yeah, the gap is like, it's so competitive now. Like we were talking about this the other day, but like if someone steps away from the game for even a few months, it's like very noticeable now. Like they're so far behind. And that might not have been the case as much in the past, you know, when you had teams taking like extended breaks and stuff. Now you step away for a little bit, like you're just totally behind.
Mm-hmm. They've been trained, you know? The Zoomers, they've grown up. They've seen the old men of Dota, their creaky puppies going out there with their canes. And now
COVID
they know.
sped up the Zoomers.
It did.
They were all at home, being in their basements.
Nothing to do.
Dark and decrepit.
Doing their
pee bottles
homework.
everywhere. They're just being...
Going to school and hearing the teacher and doing 5 other things. I mean, they're crazy now. They call it ADD in the past. Now it's just normal functioning. They've become superhuman. How can we compete as elderly Dota people? I don't know. We don't. That's why we're Archons now.
That's why I'm on this panel.
Don't make fun of my rank, right? That's actually my rank.
No, that's all right. Just threw out the
I
lowest
played with
one.
him the other day. And
Don't
he's horrible
talk
to
about
fucking play
that.
with.
Is not true.
His rank is inflated.
That is not also not true.
Agreed.
Why do I come on this? This is
man's
a favor.
rank is like a helium balloon just ascending into
You
the
are
sky
such an idiot.
under false pretenses, just waiting for the pin to come anywhere near it.
Flax has definitely been boosted. We've seen it. We've seen it.
What was the highest you've ever placed at TI? Because I placed second. So in case, please
true.
tell me who's boosted. Okay,
That's
thank
true,
you very
that's
much.
true.
Thank you. Such
God,
a
I knew you were going to bring
friendly
that out.
panel.
Can
here.
I just remind you, I watched a content piece that we did at that TI, at TI6, Secret Shop Man. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Hi, Secret Shop
that was
Man.
a good one. Yeah, yeah.
What you doing there, Jake? That bit.
Yeah, that was before I was an Emmy Award winner. But
Right.
continue.
But in that, you take out a piece of paper and you said, I made a list of all the games I can miss. And it was all the DC games. So you can claim to finish second. But I was
okay.
like, wow, he really threw his team under the bus. And then they shoved it back in his face.
I mean,
Now the true story comes out.
but what can you do?
Hey, what are you going to do? Huh?
What are you going to do? Suns fan goes in there, tries to win a TI, he doesn't do it. I ain't going to go in with him. Stuff happens. DC, chaos. Next topic.
All right, just quickly, because we're going to wrap it up soon.
Oh,
Jack.
no.
Give me an example. I would like the two of you to come up with the average day of a professional gamer. So I'd like it from your perspective, Quinn, and then how Jack sees your average day, if you guys can think of that.
Wake up.
This is quick fire. This is quick
All
fire.
right. Wake up at
Midday.
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very professional. I
Thank
thought you
you.
guys would like sleep until midnight and then play until 4 or 5 in the morning.
I'm slightly less degenerate than the average.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
Hard to
cool.
believe.
Wow. I thought you were like a hardcore 6 a.m. grinder, but... Okay, fair enough. What next? Do you have something to eat?
I have lunch. I skip breakfast.
Skip breakfast, straight to lunch.
the
Power
gamer
move.
diet.
Yes.
Power move. What next? Dotes?
Dotes until
for how
dinner.
long? Dotes until dinner. How many games? 5 games? 6 games?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 games? Dinner?
Dinner.
Straight back on the Dotes?
Back on the Dotes or the YouTube, and then into the Dotes.
Okay. And how long are we gaming for? Midnight? 1 a.m.?
Midnight-ish.
Midnight-ish. That's very responsible. I think that's a good regimen.
Thank you.
Now let's hear from
Bullshit.
Jack. What's it actually like?
Most of what he said is true.
Oh.
You know,
Most of.
no, we have some people who go to the gym. We have some people who sleep a little bit later, wake up a bit later. You know, occasionally.
Right.
You got to help them make sure they get there on time for the script.
Oh, I thought I really,
This is
in my
bull.
mind, his take on how the day was wildly different from reality. And Jack was like, no, that's not right. First, I have to help them tie their shoes. Then I got to feed them, all this kind
Make
of
their
stuff.
beds.
Yeah.
It's
This
a-
is
Look them in.
bull. I lived in a gamer house. All right, it's called Moonduck Studio House. One day I had to wake up a guy named Mott, knock on his door, open the door. This kid is sitting there. He's got his hand in a jar of peanut butter, still asleep on the side. His mattress is on the ground. He's got his hand in some peanut butter in a jar. And this is the first time I ever saw something like that. I look around, there's multiple jars of peanut butter with scraped out things. I say,
When he
Mott.
woke up, did he eat some?
I was like, Mom, it's 3 p.m. You got to get out of there. And he goes, and we go and we play Dota till 6 in the morning, baby.
Oh,
That's,
my God.
I guess that's why we're not pros. It takes a different level of human.
That's how you
Nutella,
get,
not peanut butter.
Yeah, that's right.
and that's how you become a TI runner-up. I guess.
That's how.
boy.
All right, lads, final thoughts. Jack, I'll start with you. Your thoughts about today, like overall, let's just say.
I think, like, with this last game, you saw, like, the beauty of this game, right? Like, they're down, like, 100K. It doesn't even matter. It still feels like anything can happen. That's, like, you know, a great example of, like, how great this game is. Like, the best game ever, you know, hands down. And then I think from early in the day, obviously, I think the EG Thunder series has a lot of emotional resonance. You know, South America is a region that's just everyone has, like, loved to, like, step on for so long.
Yeah.
And over the years, they've finally gotten, like, equality of access and opportunity through the DPC. And then, you know, here they are with this, like, I think is this their first ever top 6 at a TI?
At TI, I think so.
Yeah.
But don't quote me on that.
And
Quinn,
it
your
feels like-
thoughts as well. Sorry, Jack, we've
there
got to wrap it up
Yeah,
fairly
Jack.
soon.
No, yeah.
Hurry up, Jack. Go on, Quinn.
I mean, I think it's just really awesome to have TI back with the crowd. I think last year was just not the same because of the lack of crowd.
Agreed.
And people can wham about the size of this or that. But I think at the end of the day, having fans back and hearing the roar whenever somebody dies or having the casters like in the building, like there's just such an added feeling of it. The TI feels much more like a TI rather than a soulless husk.
A soulless husk. Speaking of soulless husk, your final thought, please. Thanks for the setup there. It was an alley-oop.
Final thought, guys. It's just fun to be back in Dota land, you know? You got the talent here, some of them. You got the fans here, some of them. I mean, looking at the positive things are good TI, I got to say. So far, I like the teams. I like the players. I like the Enagan dumpster. Everything's going according to plan. All we need is LGD in the grand final so that they can fuck it up one more time.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Quinn. And thank you, Jake, as well, for stepping in. We'll be back tomorrow after the games are finished. Join us then on the late game. Thanks for stopping by. Goodbye.
This is our thing now.
We wave. Buenas noches y bienvenidos a Late Game. Soy Pyrion Flax y mi invitados Avo PandaBoo and Sir Action Slacks. How was that?
That's very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
muchas gracias.
Very good.
Hola! Humans? No.
Obviously, you know, I'm doing this because Dota has now been taken over by South America. They run the show.
Yep.
They're in charge. We've got Panda here. Talk us through the last couple of days, because it feels like South America going to the moon, baby.
O sea, simplemente pasó lo que debía pasar. Se venía predestinado.
¿Qué dices? Sorry, he said it happened. What happened it had to happen. It was predestined.
It was predestined.
What does that mean?
That it was.
It means
meant
it
to
was
happen.
bound to be.
It was bound to
Oh.
be. It was bound by fate.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now that you rule Americas, will you have pity on our region, please? How cruelly will you rule?
¿Tendrás misericordia?
Yo haré lo que hacía PPD. Les diré por qué se demoran
Oh
tanto.
no!
I heard PPD. I heard
no,
PPD.
Oh my God, no!
What did he say about
He
PPD?
said, I'll do what PPD did. I'll ask, why are you guys being so late? You know, why should we even start the game if you know you're going to lose anyway?
Oh my goodness! I couldn't imagine a worse fate as someone saying, "I will rule you as PPD would."
That's
That is
true.
the most terrifying.
That's
fate.
like someone taking over from Darth Vader. Don't worry, I'm going to rule just like Darth Vader.
He was chill. I mean, I thought PPD had an iron fist, you know? He taught the South American teams how to live, right?
Sí, nos enseñó bastante bien.
Yeah,
Ahora
he learned-
estamos acá.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, that's why they're here. That's what he just said.
Everybody needs an enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sí,
He united them.
Un poco de poder, el odio.
He said hate fuels them. It gives you power.
It
Oh,
does.
wow.
Yeah.
As an any Dota player, it
He's
does.
very hateful, this man.
Yeah.
What's with the shaved head?
¿Por qué es un pelado?
O sea, simplemente es una promesa que me hice.
He made a promise to himself.
Sí.
Vale, pero explica más. ¿Qué es
O sea, me hice una promesa de que la primera... Yo antes solía tener el pelo muy largo.
I used to have really long hair.
Y dije, la primera vez que viaje a un evento grande, voy a cortarme el cabello, voy a ser pelado.
Oh, first time I go to an event,
Yeah.
he is going to cut his hair. He's going to become a pelao, as we call it in Spanish.
A palau.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Would
so
I be a palau?
No, so in Spanish, like the proper term for bald would be like calvo, right? Pelao is like the informal term. It's truly like when you've embraced baldness, you've become a pelao.
I'm happy to be a palau. Palaurian Flax.
Tres pelados acá.
There's three pelados here.
Well, you're not actually bald. That's the thing.
Traitor.
Tell him he's
No eres
not
calvo.
actually in the club.
Yeah.
No eres un pelao.
No.
Eres falso. No
falso, es
perteneces aquí.
falso. You're not an actual bald boy, all right?
Why not?
Because he's actually bald. I'm actually bald.
What
Look,
makes you bald?
There's no hair. But the lack of hair, dude. Look at Panda's head. Can we get a shot of the top of Panda's head,
Oh
please?
yeah.
There is clearly hair there. He has shaved.
Hay cabello. Te afeitaste mal.
Yeah.
It's not
El trabajo
Palau.
de Edson.
It's not
¿Qué?
Es el
Palau.
trabajo de Edson, no es mi culpa.
It
He
was
just shaved.
Edson's job. He didn't do a good job, apparently. It was his manager's fault.
Oh, his manager did a terrible job. I said, who did this? I thought he did it with a pair of scissors or
Sí, ya no
something.
estaré con él por la próxima temporada. Se acaba.
He's no longer part of the team next season.
Okay.
It's over.
Alright,
The free
fantastic.
ride is over.
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to drink my tequila. We all had tequila here. I'm going to take off my mask and drink my tequila.
Oh my
look away.
God. Nice.
El primero borracho.
He said the first drunk man.
Wow.
Oh, that's bad tequila.
You didn't even put a lime in it.
That's not how you're supposed to drink. What are you doing?
Oh,
are you
is
doing?
this bad?
Yeah, you're supposed to eat the lime. You don't
Oh,
put it in the tequila.
shit. My bad.
Oh, my God.
like that. Oh no.
Spill it in a bit.
Why?
¿Así lo hacen en América?
Yeah, this is how they do it in America. Panda just asked.
How are you supposed to eat the lime in the cup?
The cup's not meant to go in the mouth.
You're like a 2-year-old.
I've never had alcohol. I signed the DARE program in school.
No, don't eat the lime rind. You're supposed to only eat the edible part of the lime.
It hurts, Avo.
Le duele. Le
Se
duele.
nota en los ojos.
He says he
Go
can-
ahead.
¿Tengo que hacerlo?
Sí.
Okay.
Salud, amigo.
Salud. Ah, me van a gritar en casa.
His wife is gonna shout at him.
It's bad tequila.
Wait,
It's
are you
bad
like,
tequila.
how old are you?
¿Cuántos años tiene?
22.
22.
Oh, thank God. That was a close call.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think to ask. Hello, young man.
Yo, we should have asked.
He just changed his answer to 18 now.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, that's still old enough.
Yeah, if he goes any lower,
fine.
though, we're in trouble.
All right, I got a question. Tell us about your boot camp in Kuala Lumpur.
Ah,
Is that
sí, ¿qué
right?
tal fue tu bootcamp? No, in
No,
Malaysia,
in
sorry.
Johor.
Yeah, Johor, sorry. That
Oh, I'm
was
sorry.
that was my bad.
That was
actually.
Avo's
That
bad
was my bad.
information. I want that
Yeah.
noted, please.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Sorry, so go ahead. Tell us
Tu
about the
bootcamp en
boot camp.
Johor, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estuvo?
Bastante larga. O sea,
Very long?
Yeah.
bastante... O sea, no sé cómo describirlo porque fue muy extensa. Habían días donde...
I don't know how to describe it because it was very long. It was
Yeah.
very extended.
Habían días donde hacíamos mucho y había días donde no hacíamos nada, así que...
There were days where we did a lot, and there were days where we were very lazy.
Well, that's
Oh.
fair enough. Does he feel like it gave him... I'll just ask him questions as if I'm talking to him. Is that okay? So
Yeah,
I would
that's
say,
okay.
does
Oh,
he...
don't disregard me as a human
Okay,
being.
I
Yeah,
will
I'll
disregard
just-
you of it.
I'll just sit here.
Do you feel like having that long a boot camp, do you think it's a good thing, or do you think sometimes you get a bit sick of each other?
¿Es bueno o os cansaste de vos?
Siempre estoy cansado de mi equipo,
He always
pero ya
hates his
estoy
team. He's always
acostumbrado.
tired of his team. Sorry.
Always sick of his team. Fair enough.
Always sick
Okay.
of his team.
Pero ya estoy acostumbrado a eso y pienso que la bootcamp fue muy buena porque...
He's used to it, so that's why the bootcamp was good.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. So it's just more of the same, basically.
Sí, simplemente lo que hacemos en Perú.
It's just what we do in Peru.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So, was it partly about like getting acclimatized to the region and getting over jet lag and stuff like that?
Fue que vinimos a la ISL de Kuala Lumpur, la
Yeah,
ISL One, y,
They came to the ESL from the ESL in Malaysia,
Okay.
Ah.
which was in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
y no queríamos volver a Perú, así que simplemente dijimos, ok, hay que tomarnos la bootcamp de 2 meses, no importa.
Yeah. And
Porque tomar el vuelo de ida y vuelta de 30 horas no lo vamos a hacer.
they didn't want to go back to Peru because the flight's 30 hours.
Oh,
so he's
God.
like, we got to stay in Malaysia for the next 2 months. There's no other
Yeah,
option.
no, that's fair.
'Cause they didn't wanna do 30-hour
hours.
flights.
30 hours. Don't lick that off the table. That table is
¿Qué-
filthy. You are
¿Qué opinas de eso?
disgusting.
I have a taste for it now, Mama. I'm
O sea,
different now.
no,
We're gonna
no, me
go out
no me
drinking?
sorprende por quién es.
Oh, Panda's not surprised about you doing this.
Hey,
actually.
thanks, Panda.
I don't-
Ah,
oh.
you know me.
Why would you touch this man?
Strength
Ya no
of
me
the
voy a
table.
lavar la mano.
He's not going to clean his hand anymore.
There you go.
He's got
See?
flax on it now.
Alcohol is a disinfectant.
Oh, you're the vilest creature. So, tell me about your birthday in Stockholm.
Explica de tu
crazy
cumpleaños. La torta, por favor, explícalo.
O sea, la torta se veía muy buena, dijimos, vamos a pasarla bien.
Okay.
Y
Pero a ver, explícalo. Vale.
ok, simplemente estábamos todos juntos con los de Viscos y dijeron, vamos a cantarle a Panda.
They were all together with Biscos, and the Biscos guys had to celebrate his birthday. It's not exactly what he's telling, but he's telling the story poorly, so I'm just going to...
Okay, you fill it
Fix
in.
it for him.
I'm fixing it for him.
Thanks.
So the Biscos guys had to buy him a cake.
Y
It was Chris Luck specifically. Actually.
Okay,
Y
okay.
mientras que me estaban cantando y me dicen ya sopla la vela, me la tiraron.
What?
Y yo todo el tiempo pensé que fue Trislack. Y yo siempre estaba molesto con él, pero hace poco cuando salió el video me di cuenta que fue Satred.
So while they were singing the song, right, they asked him blow on the candles, and as he was about to do it, they pied him. They caked his face.
Kicked him in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard the word molesto.
Yeah, so he
Molesto?
yeah, so he
That's a great superhero, I think.
Molesto means annoyed.
I read that comic.
Molesto means annoyed. I just wanna. Molesto is annoyed. He said.
Oh, okay.
He said this whole time he thought it was Chris Luck who pied him in the face, but actually
But
it was his own
the evil
teammate.
molesto.
Molesto from the back. Careful out there.
It was sacred. It was sacred. And
Oh,
sacred
okay,
is
okay.
also of age. It was all good.
Okay.
Okay. And then he got pied, and then he kept thinking the whole time how much he regretted not being able to eat it. So he ate it off his face.
Sí. Y
Yeah,
estaba
he ate
muy-
it off his face, and he
estaba muy
liked it.
rico.
My boy,
liked
you
it, yeah.
Did
see?
he eat it off the floor like, or the table like this man is?
Yeah, kind of similar.
Just
Actually.
No, no,
lapping it
no,
up?
no, tampoco
Yeah,
estoy tan-
he said yes, yes,
No,
yes.
no.
He said, yes, 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 yes.
I can tell.
Great translation.
Bueno, bueno.
Yes, exactly.
So Avo's giving me one question here. I assume there's a story behind it. Your favorite player?
Oh, yeah, yeah. ¿Cuál es tu jugador preferido? No, como contesté en la entrevista. ¿Te acuerdas? Quedó muy bonito.
Ah, Pacas, sí, mi jugador favorito, Pacas.
Yeah. Your
Muy
favorite
bien.
player is Pacas.
Oh.
Oh,
His own
okay.
carry. You know, it's the story was that we asked both Pacas and Panda who their favorite player was. Pacas said himself.
Okay.
And then
well,
Panda said Pacas. And then that's why Thunder Awaken works as a team.
Oh, that's great.
I think carry players need that bit of ego
They
about them,
do,
right?
right?
Sí,
They
sí, pero de
do.
vez en cuando hay que bajarlo.
Sometimes you have to bring down the ego. What do you do to bring down the ego?
Putearlo en una stream, algo así.
He comes to his streams and he screws with them.
No,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So,
No, you screw yourself on stream. I've seen you. I've seen you lose a ranked match.
Shut the hell up, Avo.
you've seen him lose a rank.
Have you seen his rants on Crab
Why
Crawl?
does Cavern Crawl exist? Is my question. I have the floor. I hope you're listening to me. Remove Cavern Crawl from ranked. I don't care if you fire me. It's too late. Do it. Do it. Thank you.
It's exactly like the streamer.
Would you like to add anything else to that rank?
No.
Any logical or reasonable points?
You know, I will do this here. I don't care if they. I don't care. I don't care.
He's tidying up. He's tidying up.
Don't touch the glass.
Here we go. You should have stopped me before you asked. Cavern Crawl in ranked. It's like going to Target and you got the shopping cart. Do I return it? Am I a human being? I choose to be a human being. I put it in. And then you see a dude who's like, maybe I'll last pick Earth Spirit first time. I'll last pick it as my carry. He doesn't put his cart away. Now, in real life, you'd be like, what an asshole. You drive away. But no. Cavern Crawl ranked is like, that guy's in the car now. And you're like, yo, bro, that was kind of a dick move. And he says, take me to Safeway. And then you're helping him.
Yeah, you're stealing carts from other people.
You see? Do you
Yeah.
see the madness?
I agree. I mean, I agree with you. I don't play solo ranked. I play with mainly party queue with like mates of mine. And they still do the Cavern
They
Crawl
still
shit.
do it. It's not their fault, though.
Well, it's a fun experience for everyone. You get to experience
Well-
new heroes, and you get to try them out in ranked.
Right, but I don't do the Cavern Crawl, so I just play the same old shit every time. And then I'm having to put up with some Darkseer mid or something stupid like that because it's like, oh, do my crawl. Do my crawl. Munt, you know I'm talking about you.
That's right, man. You don't have to deal with this.
You
You're
don't
a
have to
pro
crawl.
player.
Problema de mancos. Yo no sé.
That's the problem for people with... Okay, people that are bad at the game.
What was the word he
What
actually
the
used?
hell?
People without hands.
People without hands.
Yeah.
People without hands.
Yeah, because we say that as someone who's unskilled at, like, you know...
He plays
physical.
like he doesn't have hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Manco.
I'll show you some hands here after this show, Mr. PandaBoo. Thank
Why are
very much.
you offended by that?
Nothing.
Show me your Dota buff. Post your Dota buff on the Twitch link.
I
right
have
now.
a great Dota buff. Now, can we?
What's the highest MMR you've ever been?
I was immortal.
He was immortal.
Yeah, I know.
Omni
That's
no cuenta.
ridiculous.
Omni no cuenta.
That's not ridiculous.
Eh?
Jugando Omni no cuenta.
It doesn't count if you're playing Omni Knight, he said. That was him, by
How
the
does
way.
that not count?
Doesn't count.
Es lo que me han dicho a mí.
You were,
I also hear you
Wait,
party queued with people
but
to get to
Panda,
immortal.
you were 12k MMR, right?
Yeah.
No.
No. It
See,
was
you-
never 12K.
That's what Liquipedia says.
Wikipedia's wrong, apparently.
10K.
No, 10K.
Unofficial source.
10k. I might have got the wrong number. They're an unofficial source, of course. Here's a question for you. Did you get there playing support?
Sí.
How the fuck do you do that?
That's a good
Okay.
question. That's a good question.
Like, genuinely. Because you're relying on all these manco.
Yeah,
Sí,
mancos.
todos esos mancos.
See? Everyone is handless.
Yeah.
Cuatro manco y panda,
Yeah.
and he gets to 10K MMR.
¿Cómo?
Mucho tiempo y mucha paciencia.
A lot of time, a lot of patience.
God, yeah.
¿Cuántas partidas juegas al día?
8, pocas. O sea, 8 rankeds.
He says, I only played 8 ranked today. It's not very much.
Oh, yeah.
That's the secret.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah.
So what heroes did you play? Was it just a handful of heroes? Or was he
It's
playing
a handful.
That's good. That's good.
En ese tiempo estuve jugando Bane, Pugna.
This is but when Pugna was busted, right? Yeah.
When you were doing the sack.
Oh, so he does speak English. How about that? I knew it. Now he comes in.
No, I can't. You can't let that information go. This is what my job is entirely.
Oh, okay.
perdón,
No,
perdón.
sorry. Yeah.
Sigue hablando español.
¿Quieres que lo diga en español eso?
Español, por favor.
Cuando le ocupaba con el Pugna.
Ah, okay. When he sucked with Pugna. That's what.
Hey!
Gracias. Responde.
Great translation.
Yeah, really good job.
¿De verdad lo necesitábamos?
Sí, es importante. He said, I really appreciate Avo being here.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
please hire
don't
him.
believe that. We need an actual translation. If you speak Spanish out there, put some actual translations on Twitter so I can know how much Avo has misled me this evening. I found out you did the Spanish late game, which is just called El Late Game. I could have had a cool name.
No, we sometimes call it juego tardío to joke around.
Okay,
Like what you
that's
got
what
to
I
Google
chose.
Translate.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
Because
Yeah.
that's the Google Translate
Yeah, it sounds
version.
terrible though.
But it doesn't mean anything.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
So just late game.
Don't zoom in.
But
on
it was
that.
just you and a guy who didn't say anything.
Yeah, Blue, because he just casted the 1 hour game for.
So
our
he was
team.
like just lying there, and
Well,
you just what did you talk about?
I told Ghost's story.
A ghost story. Okay.
No, Ghost like the player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
I
thought you told a ghost story because
No,
it's
no, no.
nearly Halloween. So
Yeah, no, that would be terrible. I
would've been
told
good.
Ghost story. I told Fishman's story.
Okay.
I told us a bunch of stories from players, and then Blue was like nodding. He's like, yeah, I like those people.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That was kind of what it was. Yeah, do it with a more like. Imagine you just lost your voice.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah, and now do it in Spanish.
El Dopo.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. You
Thank
should
you.
do late game tomorrow with me.
I won't.
Yeah.
you should.
Creo que mañana estará Mati.
But no, he can't.
Mañana
He's
estará
doing it with me.
Mati.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking a late game tomorrow. Panda, thank you so much for coming on
Gracias,
the show. I
Panda.
realized you had muchas gracias, Panda. Y bueno fortuna tarde.
That's correct.
Perfecto.
See?
That means perfect.
How about that?
That's
And
great.
Avo, thank you for coming on and translating for us as well. Really appreciate that. You guys have had busy days. Jake's had a busy day. I haven't, which is why I'm here. I am delighted to be here. I'm happy to be here with you boys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys tomorrow evening. Bye!
¿Está bien, no? Muevo la mano.
Sí, muevo la mano.
Easy.
Don't laugh.
Good evening and welcome to Late Game. Breaking news. I'm joined by Puppey and Crystallis and Siraction Slacks.
Whoa! That's our
Indeed.
thing. Thank
Gentlemen,
you.
we have beer this evening, or water, so take a sip.
I have
Water.
a face mask on.
Water.
Wow.
That's vodka, by the way.
I better not be.
How are you guys doing? You must be feeling great after today's results.
Yeah, we do feel great, but we had to sit here for 4 hours and then wait for this.
Well, what can I say? You know, we can't just stop the whole production, can we? I mean, you know,
It is
you got
correct.
to watch the other games. What would you have done if you hadn't been here?
Watch the games.
Oh, there
Exactly.
you go.
There you go. It saved you some time. You didn't
Always
have to waste any
complaining.
time. You didn't miss the draft or anything.
Ah, you're right. I'm not whining.
How about this? What was the first major? I don't want to. Do you believe in fate?
Oh.
Do I believe in fate?
Yeah. Like omens, good omens, signs.
I don't believe in signs.
You don't believe in signs. Okay, well, let me
But
just...
good
faith-
movie.
but I
How
give
about
it faith, you know?
coincidences that are quite cool?
Okay.
Coincidences that
Yeah.
are quite cool. Do
Yeah.
I believe in them?
Yeah. Do you want to hear one?
No.
Do you want to hear one?
I will hear one.
All right.
All right.
So what was the first major that Secret won?
What, the Shanghai Major?
Was the Shanghai Major.
Right.
Who was
Yes,
hosting?
too good.
Who
yes.
was hosting the Shanghai Major?
James Ass
James
Harding.
Ass Harding,
That's
indeed.
right.
And now he's back. And this is your 11th TI. And Shanghai Major, yeah, there you go. That's it.
Are you calling this
I'm
TI?
saying it's fate.
Are you calling this TI a shit show?
No, this is what I said when he said I was going to
No,
draw
I'm
parallels.
You know, first and now this one, James needed to be present for both situations.
Yes,
I'm just
Is
saying.
he really present though?
Yeah. he's
Yes.
present.
I haven't seen him. Have you seen him?
Yeah, he's on the TV.
He's on the
TV, yeah.
yeah.
He's in the TV
I watch him on TV every day, man. What are you talking about?
every
Yeah.
day.
He's always been with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never won but majors with him.
What about this young lad who, as I understand it, has barely started playing Dota like 2 weeks ago, and now he's nearly finishing a TI. This is what I was told. How long have you been playing for, dude?
I mean, since 2013.
Right, but what did you tell me backstage? You said you didn't
Right.
really take it seriously until like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I started thinking about it seriously like 4 years ago, and then like 2 years ago, I really started like picking it up, joining teams like Creepwave, and then after Entity, and now Secret. And yeah.
And I saw on an unofficial source that you are 12K MMR. Is that right?
No, I have been. Not right now. Not right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Right
No,
now,
it
I
just
sunk
sounds,
to 11K.
it sounds so exhausting getting to that MMR. I mean, you must have an awful lot of patience to be able to grind games to get to 12K.
Not really. I don't have any patience. I only play like 2 pubs a day whenever I go for 12K, because any more and I'll lose my mind. I won't be able to take it. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's not about patience, Pyrion. It's about being a therapist or
It's about
being
balance. It's about balance. It's all about
okay.
balance.
Well, what kind of balance are we talking about then?
2 pubs a day and then just call it quits. Just
That's
do
smart.
something else. If you want to get, at least for me, if I want to get MMR, I cannot play more than like 4 pubs a day. I will. My patience is just gone. It's
Sounds
out.
about right.
After
I hear that.
babysitting teammates for 4 games, I am done. No more.
Wow. Well, Flax always said it's about therapy. Or like you say, you have to balance the emotions of your team.
Right. It's either
And lead them correctly. Puppey, do you see that more as your job? Is like, guys, just keep it together, follow the plan, that kind of thing, or what?
What, in pubs?
No, with Secret, not in pubs. I play with you in pubs. You're just like, just kill them all. Kill. It was a very easy game.
I don't really care about pubs, you know. But yeah, in game, it's definitely my job. And it's just, once you get experience, you're going to have to do it. To be fair, it has nothing to do with experience, I would say. I think anybody can do it if they are forced to do it. Because I
Right.
think, for instance, for Remco's like story, I think in the past teams, he explains that he was the guy kind of like doing that type of a kind of a mannerism in the team. And now when he joins my team, he's kind of like, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. That's great.
Kind of liberating.
Not my job.
I've got how about this? Remco Aretz, which is a really cool sounding name, by the way. I've found 3 anagrams of your name. Core Master,
Oh.
which is pretty good because you play core, right? You're not impressed by that at all?
No, very much. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
makes
I can tell.
Wow. Holy. He's
I do play
blown
card.
away.
Secret Rome.
Secret Rome.
That's incredible,
Yeah.
actually.
And Meteor Scar. Do you have a Meteor Scar somewhere?
No.
Do you have any scars?
Yes.
All right.
Where?
So what are you
a little
doing?
above
Ask
my,
about people's
ankle.
scars? Are you trying to fake his ID or something? Any birthmarks or
Scars are cool, dude.
They are cool.
They're
All right.
cool.
We actually prepared a Zoomer quiz because apparently you're very young. You're like 20, right?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Oh, okay.
And Matt said he doesn't know you don't know who I am. You don't know who Matt is. You don't know anybody in Dota because
True.
you've barely been around. You didn't watch Pro Dota until relatively recently. You said.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years
So
ago,
let's
I'd
see
say.
what else you don't know about because you're a young whippersnapper. All right. What was MySpace?
Like an old Instagram, I'd say, right? Similar-ish.
That's not bad actually. I'd
Not
say
bad.
that's fair.
Not
enough.
horrible. Not horrible.
Have you ever seen Jurassic Park 1?
No,
Oh.
not watched that.
Who is
think.
who is Rocky?
No idea.
Okay. Who played the Terminator?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, we go. That's Arnie
Oh,
crosses
oh.
generational barriers. That's 1 point.
But he's still playing the Terminator.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
true, that's
I know.
true,
But
yeah.
he might not have seen it. Who is Gordon Freeman?
You mean the Half-Life? Or
Okay, there we go.
All right.
What was Atari?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What color was Pac-Man?
Yellow.
Okay. Pac-Man
That's kind
and
of a zoomer
Arnie.
question at this point.
Yeah,
Pac-Man and
honestly.
Arnie.
Yeah, he's a Smash character.
Who is Sid Meier?
I feel like I shouldn't. Oh wait, is it
You do-
the?
you do
Is
know.
it the? It's a horror guy, right?
Yeah, for some of us. Wasted our
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
So
but
did
it's,
you never played any of Sid Meier's Civilizations?
Oh no, I have not.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right.
Not a big fan of those games.
Name any song by Madonna.
I have no idea.
Okay. Who was the lead singer of the Jackson 5?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh
there we
no!
go.
All right, there we go. The youth.
3.
That's good.
Or the
3.
Jackson 5.
Well done. The Action
It's,
5.
The
no, no,
Action
Jackson
Five.
Jackson,
It's a
Jackson
Jackson.
5.
All right.
Michael
let's-
Jackson.
You know what? Talking
Ah.
about going back in time a little bit, I suppose, and reliving our childhood. We've actually got a content piece that I went out and filmed yesterday. So let's have a look at this. This might ring some bells for some of you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello and welcome to Singapore. This is Museum of Ice Cream, and I'm here with Ice, who is a resident local in Singapore. This is your hometown, right?
Yeah, never been here though. First time, I think.
Do you like ice cream?
Yeah.
I also like ice cream. Let's go in and check it out. We'll get some ice cream. All right, let's go.
Alright, over here we are serving you some soft serve ice cream. We have either apple pie or pink vanilla. Which one would you like to have?
Apple pie.
Apple pie?
Shall I? I'll have an apple pie as well. Yeah, please. Thank
I
you.
love apple pie.
Yeah? Oh, is that my one? Oh, thank you.
Double apple pie. Nice, thank you.
Cheers. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your craziest Dota player you've ever played with?
Craziest?
Yeah. Like outside the game.
Puppey, I think.
Puppey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like once I was like cooking breakfast and he just like showed up behind me like and it's like boxers with like a machete. I was like,
A machete.
yeah, a machete.
Well,
He's like, why are you making breakfast? Just go play Dota. I was like, you feel okay.
you're gonna try a pandan?
It's kind of like an ice cream.
Can I try a pandan?
I'll get this then.
And he'll have a bullet de tampoton. Do I have to unwrap it first?
Yes, that's right. And I recommend that you bite into it just to fully.
Bite into it.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Licking it.
All right, here we go.
That looks like a Play-Doh.
The blue heat up, yeah?
Thank you.
All right, mine is good.
Yours is good. I like pandan.
Good? Oh, man.
Better than what I used to eat.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
Oh, good. Well, Daryl, thank you so much for coming to the Museum of Ice Cream with me. I'm absolutely stuffed full of ice cream. I think I'm going to throw up.
Same.
So there you go, the Museum of Ice Cream. So, is it true that you threatened Ice 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 with a machete for making breakfast?
Of course.
Of course, Batman.
We've just been doing Bane's voice the entire time. We didn't even watch it. We didn't watch the entire content.
Puppey does a very good Bane.
Do it.
No, I don't.
One more
Okay.
time. Come
Okay,
on,
you
Puppey.
gotta-
Fine.
You got to answer my questions now in Bane's voice, okay?
Okay, I'll try. Fine.
So, first of all, what was the... I'm going to give you some players. I want you to tell me what your harshest motivation technique that you used on these 4 players was. Okay?
Whoa.
Your harshest motivation technique. Once you hear the names of these players, I think you'll go like, oh, yeah, okay. All right, Artur.
What the hell have I done to Artur? You know, to be fair, this is the harshest mechanic I think I've, asked from Artur to do. Artur, can you stop waking up so late? Wake up early.
What about Eternal Envy?
Envy. I think it's time to shut up.
Okay. All right, and Bulba.
I don't know. What have I done to Bulba? Bulba. Stop choking, Bulba. I mean, I'm not really sure. Like, all these questions, like...
Okay, that was good. Thank you. All right.
Oh, no.
I have a list. 'Cause
Oh, no.
It is actually insane how many Dota players you've had on Team Secret.
Yes.
Like gone
Yes.
on to great things
Yes,
as
yes.
well as playing for you guys. I've got a list here. Not counting subs, not counting stand-ins, nothing like that. Okay? I want to see if you can name as many as possible on the list. You don't have to do it in Bane's voice.
No, please don't.
Just do this, Puppey. So
You think the list was your ally? I was born in lists, molded by them.
Why are we doing this bit?
I don't know.
All right, go.
All
Come
right,
on.
let me hear some player names.
All right.
I'll tick them off.
Name as many as you can, puppers.
As many as I played with. Okay.
Yes. All Team
All
Secret
from
members.
Secret.
All from Secret,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so no tail fly.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're a slow man. Okay.
No.
ahead.
Yeah.
So stop telling me to hold.
I'm old.
Okay, fly, no tail, Kuro, and S4.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
That's the first
Do
one.
coaches count?
No, just the players.
Okay.
Just the players.
So okay,
No
that
one
was
cares.
first year. Then we got Zai in our tour.
Yeah.
And then, that fucking blew up. So, I had to make Envy, Misery, Pilot Die, my good old Pilot Die.
Yeah.
And then Weeha, of course. And, that blew up and got RTZ back. And that was,
Yeah.
that was Universe also.
Universe. Yeah.
And then, we went to TI7 with Kezu, MP, and, Yapsor came in the middle of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Yappy Yap. Then, that happened. Then, then Fata and Ace.
Ace.
Fata and Ace came along. That was mid one also in the mix.
Mid one.
Yep.
Mid one was already in the TI7 one.
Yeah.
I mentioned it first
Yeah.
right away. So that happened, and then we played with the whole year with that lineup, and then TI9. Oh, sorry. Where am I going? TI9. Yeah. Okay. That was Zai-chan coming in, and with Matu. And
Matu?
sorry, not Madonto. It was Nisha, mid one, blah blah. Sorry, it's Nisha and Zai joined.
Yeah.
Then we chilled for a bit. Corona happened, kind of sad. Blah blah. Who cares? Actually, Corona happened with Matu, so Matu came in, and you also wanted stand-ins.
No, God, no. Finish this bit.
No.
So I think at this point I'm in a situation where I'm with. After that team, so I played with Ice, Sumail,
Yeah.
and then Yap was still there, Nisha's still there, so me, and anyway, then we swapped, and one swap was Zayats, then Resolution, and then Remco.
Okay.
Yes, very good.
So
very
you are
good.
missing 4 players.
Four
dare
players.
you.
Huh?
How dare you?
I don't know. Like it's kind of rough,
Do you want to know them?
I think I don't want to do this again.
We can stop.
Go ahead.
All right. Aui.
AY.
Yeah, 1437.
14.
It's on an unofficial source.
What are you talking about? He was coached, though.
Well, he had him down as a player. Maybe just played.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look, talking about the unofficial source.
Whoa,
Hey,
yeah,
it's an unofficial
calm
source,
down,
isn't it?
Both of them are coaches.
It says Bulba and Forev.
Bulba is there too. Forever is there too. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so 2, technically.
Technically two.
Technically.
Nah.
That's pretty good. I gotta admit,
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm
impressive.
impressed. I didn't remember
I
a
mean,
single one of them.
there are things that I don't want to remember, right? So like the 4F thing, it was pretty hard. The Bulba is like that year was also pretty hard. So like some years are way too hardcore. It was like brushed out of my memory.
I get that, you know? Save memory for stuff you need. Like in pub games, I don't ever remember somebody that I like.
You don't.
Because they're just, I'm going to like them next time. But I remember the baddies. You know, before the avoid list, back in the old days, I'd be like,
There's an avoid list.
oh, there's an avoid list.
Oh, I don't queue matchmaking like ranked and shit. I don't
Dota
solo.
Plus, baby.
Who plays solo? Come on.
I mean, if you want to pay $1,000 in a span of like 5 years, then you can use Dota Plus and.
I use
And-
Dota Plus.
It is worth the money.
The avoid list is definitely worth the money.
It is
yeah,
worth the money.
For
Who's
sure.
making you say that? Who's making you?
I will say it, you know, it
What's that?
wasn't worth the money before the avoid list, but it's worth that.
No,
Yeah,
avoid
every
list,
penny.
avoid list has made it like legit.
Oh,
That's
Also,
fine.
it helps me stack, and I'm garbage. So
there you go.
shout out.
Thank
Shout
you.
out. Yeah,
Shout out
thank
to
you.
the
Thank you,
the
Dota
boys.
Plus.
Thank you, Dota Plus. Thank you. Sponsored segment.
All right, that's the sponsorship out of the way.
I was wondering if you could give Pyrion, Old Man Flax, a Zoomer quiz. Can you
Yeah.
ask him
A Zoomer
something?
quiz.
Ask me
Ask
things
him
that
something
a
that
Zoomer
you
would
don't
know.
think he
Holy
has
shit.
any idea what it would be.
Yeah.
What's like the
Oh my
most
God.
up to date?
Give him one.
What do you
One
mean, give
thing.
him one?
Just ask like an anime question or something.
Yeah.
that doesn't
There we go.
count.
That
Come on.
counts.
What do you mean that doesn't count? Why
It
doesn't that
counts.
count?
Can't
It
know
counts.
anime.
You ask him Jackson 5 and what the fuck?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
that's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
exactly.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm thinking, right?
I will just say, if it's anime, that doesn't necessarily mean Zoomer, because I know people that aren't Zoomers that also like anime.
That's disturbing.
And I fucking hate anime.
Okay, take it easy. All right.
It's very hard to find like a good question, you know, that isn't mega cringe as well. That's the problem.
Well, I thought all Zoomer
I'm
things
thinking.
were kind of cringe
Everything's
to me.
I mean, you could say so, but like, you know, I'm being put on the spot here. It's like, what kind of question, Clement? Come on.
What?
Have I ever done something
I mean,
which
he's
is like
as
some
old as
typical
Pyrion.
Zoomer shit?
No, he doesn't really do the typical Zoomer shit, but he wants to be a Zoomer.
I
you know.
am one.
All
It's how it
he is one,
It's like,
you know?
Ask
you
him,
know,
ask him who sang a song.
Yeah,
Hey,
think
no,
of a
but that's-
Zoomery kind of
what?
song.
What
Yeah.
do I need to ask from? There's no way, man. I really listen to music. It'd be about games, right?
Okay, yeah, ask me some Zoomery
yeah.
thing about games.
Yeah, Jesus.
See, the Zoomers can't even
I'm
think
really-
of they can't even think of
Dude,
one
I can
question.
start asking like really
This
random
generation.
dumb questions, like in what version is Minecraft right now?
Oh, no, that's a
okay,
good Zoomery
okay.
question.
You won't have any idea.
Of course I will.
You
It
do?
is in build 13.487.
Not
No.
even close.
Okay, I don't
Where are we at?
I think 19. But I'm not sure
19?
myself.
Oh,
to be
I was
honest.
close.
19.
Not
no.
even
It might already be around 20 to be honest. I'm not even 100% sure myself because you know it's been a while. But
See, now,
around that.
the funny thing is,
Close.
my kids would actually know that. So that is the sort of Zoomery question. Got any more?
What is the name of the blue among us?
They have names?
No, they
No,
don't.
they do not.
Yeah, but
That's
you
the
thought
thing.
they did, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You did think they did.
That's true. That's true. I think you should say Amogus. That's what the kids say. Amogus,
I
right?
hate
That's
you.
what my
No,
kids say.
no.
Yeah, that's what they say. Amogus.
No.
What do you mean, no?
As in, stop talking.
What does sus mean?
What the sus?
Yeah, what the sus
I
mean?
wanna
That's a good
die.
question. That's
I don't
a good
wanna be
question.
here anymore.
What is sussy? Like suspect, like something, you know, someone's being sussy. That is sussy. That is like, you know, they're being bad. They're
What
shitty.
is a sussy baka?
Yeah. Give him the real questions. Give him
Use
the real
sus in a
questions.
sentence or create a situation where you would use the word sus.
Yes, and also spell it out if you're good at that.
Sussy is S-U-S-S-Y.
No, not sussy, just sus. It's already in
Sus.
there.
It's just
Damn it, Al.
S-U-S, right?
Yeah, that's enough.
And my daughter says it all the time. She
Oh,
also says
no.
things like...
She says S-U-S.
Yeah, she says sus. What is
cheating.
that thing they say when they like something? This be bussin'. Stuff like that.
Stop.
This
what?
pizza be bussin'.
Oh my God, no.
Do you want to end the show?
Yes.
No, I'm good.
You guys want to go? Okay.
Flax, just you know, ask a normal question, you know, so we leave with a
Okay,
royal
okay,
type of
okay.
feeling, you know.
All right, guys. You know, pups, you've been at a lot of TIs.
Nah.
Almost all of them, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You got this wrong.
What is a moment, the most memorable moment out of all of them? Kind of a pseudo-serious question to end the show with. Out of all of them, I mean, you've been to all of them.
I get it.
Which one? One moment.
I mean, I have still the same feeling about the first TI.
Oh, wow.
It's really not about winning the TI. It's actually because when the first TI happened, it kind of like, it just meant that that esports was, you know, happening. It was actually happening. All the things that I watched, like all the Warcraft 3s and all the Counter-Strikes and all the Quakes and all the StarCrafts and everything that I watched back in the day, playing for $5, you know, for a slipper or two, sometimes one. And like, you know, it just happened during that day. Oh.
Get the hell out of here. Some random TI winning
some random fan is
Damn
here.
fans coming in the back. My God. Well, that was a very beautiful. That was very.
Yeah, it must have felt good as well because you thought this is going to be something, and more importantly, I'm going to be a part of it.
Yeah, no, that was truthfully the feeling. I you know, winning is great and all, but it's like I would obviously feel way more empowered if I win right now than I did in that first TI. But it was a kind of a different feeling. Like, it's not necessarily a win. It was basically like, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
This is going to be happening every year. It's the, like, you know, you've been hearing all these stories of how Valve is going to like provide like some kind of like system of like making it this TI every year. I was like, holy sh.
Because
like,
a bunch of teams didn't even turn up because they thought this is a joke. Like, that's true, isn't it? That there were teams that didn't turn up.
Some teams didn't believe that this was going to be happening, but once it happened, everybody knew, like, oh, fuck, we fucked up because we didn't practice that much, you know? Because it was not necessarily a tournament that kind of like, it was a tournament where
you zooming in on me for Puppey's the one talking.
Hey, he's drinking beer. It's important.
Pyron's drinking beer. There, that's the guy. Good heavens.
Calm down,
I mean,
God.
Nobody cares when I put on the mask.
No, stop it. We said we weren't doing it.
Don't look at me. Fuck off.
No.
I'll just try to drink my beer and laugh at Puppey's Bane impression.
Just let them see you drink that beer. You know, it's just nice. It's ASMR. You know, I'm talking the ASMR.
Finish it.
Finish the beer
Finish your
right now.
beautiful.
Chug.
Chug.
What the
wow,
hell? What the
Jesus
fuck
Christ, you
was
are
that?
old. What happened?
All right, we got.
On God, this is. All right.
Done. Now we don't have to zoom in anymore.
Hey!
The show is over. I'm out of beer.
Hooray!
Lads, thank you so much for coming on. We will be back tomorrow evening with more late game. I hope you can join us then. Wave goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Keep waving.
Cut, for Christ's sake.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, I need to sit down after what a series. Oh, it's pounding. I could barely take. I'm an old man. Please, Dota, have mercy on Pyrion Flax. I'm too old for series like that. That was ridiculous. To discuss it a little bit, and then to discuss themselves, of course, I have with me Aui and SneyKing from Tundra. How are you boys doing?
Good.
Doing pretty well. Just kind of chilling and watching the games today.
What did you think of that series? I know we were watching it backstage on the big monitor. You guys were the first ones. We've been here for 4 days now, and you were the first ones who said, I think this monitor's showing it live, because all the other monitors out there are about 30 seconds behind. So we hear the crowd, and we're like, ooh, something's happened. And you spotted it within like 5 seconds. That's pro players. They just know things.
That's what we do.
That's what you do.
That's what we're here for.
So what was there was something you guys spotted at the fight top. What was it? Because 33 was losing his mind. Something to do with a basher on an Enigma or something?
No, because Lycer's A-clicking the ground and Enigma blinked on him to black hole him, and he got first hit bash. And then he died so fast after that he didn't reassemble his A and disc.
Unbelievable.
It was so... that game was so close. It was way too close. And then the Lycer didn't have buyback, but since he did damage to heroes, he got gold from when they died.
Right.
Because like if you do some damage to him, you
So
have to
he got
gold.
the assist
Yeah, he only
gold.
needed 100 gold, and then he got buyback, and they...
And then we just seen a screenshot that showed that the Pango was down to 1 health before he got infested in the final fight. Anyway, enough about that game. That's not about you boys. That was Liquid. Let's talk about you chaps. All right. So I know you guys are big on the whole social media thing. Are you sponsored by TikTok still? Is that a thing? Is that gone?
No, that's no longer our sponsor anymore.
No longer your sponsor? Okay, well, whatever. Social media. I went to them for questions about you, and I asked around. Because I thought, let's make it sociable. Listen, I don't want to just come up with all the questions myself, so I've got some questions for you. This one's from SVG. This is for you.
Oh, okay.
How does it feel knowing that you're going to be the last ever NA player to get top 3 at a TI? Now, that's SVG's words. That's Avery's words, not mine. Question he's put to you.
Obviously, it's a great honor. I'm very happy to...
So you're saying it is the case?
No, I don't want it to be the case. I hope that there will be more TIs to come, and I hope that the NA region can foster more. I think currently, the player base is kind of dwindling, and it's not able to keep up as well as the other regions. I think that's the biggest pitfall, and if we're able to bring up the players, there's more opportunities.
So what he said is... Yeah, he's going to be the last one. There's no hope for NA. It is what it is.
What is the problem? What is the problem with NA? Because, I mean, I'm a UK Dota fan.
I think the pub culture is really bad, honestly.
The pub culture
I think
is bad.
People, it's like very individual, and people give up in the pubs, and they're not playing to get better. Like, people play just for the MMR, and I don't know. Every time I play on NA, there's so many people who, break their items, and it just doesn't feel good to play there.
And that's not the case in other regions that you've played in?
I mean, it happens in our regions, but I feel like it's nowhere near as consistent. And obviously, just having a lower player base sort of contributes to that. If you have more
also
players,
a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just gonna have better quality games.
Because some of the guys were saying, someone else we was talking to was saying that they would think maybe 70 to 80% of the players on the NA servers are actually SA players.
I think more than that.
Yeah,
you think more than that?
Yeah, I think more than that. At least at the high level pubs. There's very few non-SA players.
So we've got to try and get more NA players in to save the NA region, is what you're saying. It's a big ask. I mean, I've given up on a UK-only team, but you guys are the team Tundra is actually based in London, apparently.
Yeah.
Pretty hype. I'm going to take it. It's a UK team. Makes me happy, boys. All right. You got to explain something, SneyKing, because I looked this meme up. I remember this vaguely from the early days when I got into Dota. Delete your lies and apologize. Followed up with... Good to know how highly your own character. 2 of my favorite things. So that was Single Melons, as he was back then. Kyle, of course, talking to you because you left his team or something? What's the story behind it, please?
Honestly, it happened almost 15 years ago. I barely have any memory of it.
But you still remember it so distinctly. It's like it was yesterday. You were telling me backstage. It was like it was yesterday, Ted. I know exactly what happened, and you said, I'll tell you on the show. So please do.
So honestly, from what I remember, I think Kyle was very upset at me, and he was trying to enlighten me with a lesson, and...
He was trying to teach you a lesson?
He was trying to teach me a lesson, and I was like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about, and then I ended up screenshotting it, and I was showing it to some other people, I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And then someone ended up making a YouTube video, and that's
funny YouTube
and the legend lives on.
But what was the lie that you needed to delete?
Honestly, I actually don't remember. You have to ask Kyle that one.
Okay, I will. Well, maybe he'll be in touch after this. I don't know, but I would love to know more. By the way, stat from that last game that I've just had hot on the presses. That was the first rampage in a losing game on the TI main stage. That was Dark Mago got the page in there. It's the first time a team's got a rampage and lost, according to the stats man at Valve. So don't blame me if that's wrong, Reddit. All right, chill. So these are the questions. I went to the internet as well, and I asked for questions. And I got some of these off Twitter and some of them from some people I know. So, and the question that someone asked is, how do you keep winning with Mirana? That's one of the questions from Twitter. Any answers to that?
Coach, take it.
Sure. Okay, so let me explain what happened. So SneyKing got a Crimson Witness drop, and he opened it and he got Mirana.
I'm not believing a word of this.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He opened it, he got Mirana, and it's a old staking Siggy, and we're pot and bottom together, so we pick Mirana.
Okay. There's your answer. There's your answer. The Crimson Witness. That's a good answer.
It's a good item.
It is.
What did you get? What is the Mirana Crimson drop?
It's an effect on the ultimate. Makes
Oh.
everything red when you use
Is it for all the heroes?
Yeah, all heroes.
I mean, that has to be like. I mean, Medusa's the most expensive, but I feel like that's the best one, right?
I think the Mirana is the best
What's the
one.
Medusa one?
It's like the snake. It's pretty good looking too.
Okay.
Honestly, the Crimson Witness ones look pretty good.
So I haven't had a single Crimson Witness
Yeah, me
drop.
too.
Yeah, I was going to say, Curtis is
I
in the
reported
same
the
boat.
bug.
Yeah, it is a bug. Now, can I get a close-up here for a change? Thank you. Which camera am I on? This one, listen. Bruno, I know you're watching. You told me that I didn't need to tag my badge in and that it'll happen. I saw... Listen, some of the lads have got like 8 to 10 drops. One of the observer cameras is just a default account just to sit there and be a camera. It's got 6 drops. I've got none. None. Been here 4 days. All right.
SneyKing has 8.
You shouldn't have told him. Now I'm going to have some issues.
8.
I have 0.
Yeah, I know, Curtis. You
He
and me.
yells every time he gets one in the practice room still.
It's unbelievable.
They might disband us.
All right, so here's a question. Oh, wait a second. We've got a man coming in. Get in here, Jake.
I'm coming in.
Can you step over that?
No.
Oh, you're going to go under
I
it?
go under.
Okay.
Hey, is this a Coke Zero?
I don't know, mate.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just a
It's a
Coke.
regular Coke.
It was for
Oh, it's good.
not you.
Yo, soda.
All right, here's
Let's
another
go.
question. SneyKing, this question is for you specifically, and this is again from the internet. What's it like having esteemed TI5 winner Curtis Ling as your coach? And Curtis did not give me that question. I swear down, no cap.
I wouldn't believe Curtis would give you that question. I think AI has immense knowledge of the game, and he's a really good coach. And I think he understands the game at a very high level, and also understands like the competitive side of playing it. It's like there's 2 elements to playing. One is like the psychology and how the team interacts, and the other is obviously the mechanical skills. And you need both of them to interact very well to be able to play at a high level.
Agreed. Yes, good point.
Is this how it's been going over here? What the hell? He's a psychopath. He doesn't know anything about that. He's a fucking crazy person. I talked to this guy. He goes in the pub. He tries to think of the most toxic thing to make people
That
want
is
to
actually
destroy
true.
themselves. He is a literal psychopath. He has no Dota knowledge. The man only has knowledge about how to make people go literally insane.
But the thing is, that's what Dota's about.
It
So
is.
It makes
It
you
is.
win.
That's why you're gonna win TI. It's not about anything else. You think Puppey is? You think you're better than Puppey? No. You know how to make Puppey go. Throw his monitor. You know that's how you're gonna do it. Don't listen to this. This is so PR. What has been going on?
I'm just keeping it chill.
You
Come in,
effed up.
good cop, bad cop.
Okay.
All right. This is the stupidest question. This is again.
Oh, this was
these are from the
Flax,
internet.
or-
No. These are just from the internet. If the team and your team had to make a human pyramid,
No.
manager and coach included, who goes where?
Human centipede or human?
No, human pyramid.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Pyramid.
the most logical answer is just like, you know, you have like the biggest guys on the bottom and the thinnest one on top, right?
Well, it's up to you. It's your pyramid.
Yeah.
How would you do it, Curtis?
Who asked this question?
They shall remain
Took
anonymous.
effort to go on the internet and type these words on their keyboard and then post it. They had time to think before they hit the post button. They could have not asked this question.
Yeah.
But I'll probably put, you know,
All right.
same as Sney. Biggest to smalls.
I do. Talking about you being a coach, I had forgotten about this, and it popped up when I was Googling you guys. You and I had a very short-lived YouTube series called Dr. Aui Dota Surgery. We did one episode.
When was
Never
this?
heard of this.
Like 2000.
I feel like I have never heard of this.
Dude, 2014, 2015 maybe. It was pre-TI win, I think. And you go look it up. It's on YouTube. It's on my stupid channel. Google Dr. Aui Dota Surgery.
So it's bad, right?
Well, I mean,
Wow.
it's
It
you
was on his
looking at one
channel.
of my games. So yes, it's terrible. B, it's on my YouTube channel, which has been abandoned for years. So yes, awful. There's like terrible. It's dreadful. Anyway, but either way, it feels like you've always been a coach at heart. Like you're always there to help. You were just like, yeah, I'll help you. I'll watch a replay of yours for nothing. There was nothing in it for you. Why'd you do it? Do you just love coaching?
What's the psychopath answer here, Slacks?
I mean, go ahead and start talking. We're about to
I don't know. I generally like teaching. If I didn't go to Dota, I was looking at going to teaching or law. Like, I guess either one you could hurt a lot of people, so it's probably a good path for that.
I'll give you the real answer.
Okay.
Again, for Aui, if you may, layman's term. This is the only guy that I know, only pro player that just pubs every single day. It doesn't matter who he's pubbing. He goes into 5 stacks and unranked just to play Dota, just to see how the other side lives. I think he gets a lot of his joy from his life, not playing with other pros, because you always see the pros stacking together. He likes to go unranked 3K MMR and just see how the plebs live so he can laugh at them. I see it every night.
The most enjoyable games are the ones where I run into Slacks.
Oh my God!
You queue into him?
He does. He does.
A couple times.
In ranked.
After we not ranked.
Ranked 5 stacks.
Not ranked.
Ranked 5 stacks while I'm solo.
You cannot queue ranked 5 stacks. But
Sorry, please.
you know, you queue for 45 minutes and then you hit Slacks and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
It is what
In
it
for a good
is.
time, huh?
Very enjoyable.
All right. Well, we've got a content piece to run. This is kind of topical because it's about Xnova, and obviously what he went through with RNG, Beast Coast had to go through today. So let's take a look at this. I went to chat with him and find out how he is doing. How's it going? Interview today with Xnova of Royal Never Give Up. How's it going?
Glad to be here.
Yeah, you're glad to be here? Nice. We're going to have a sit down. It's a beautiful day outside. This is quite a nice leafy part of Singapore. It is quite humid, so excuse me drinking water and sweating. But let's go sit down and have a chat. Let's go. Let's start at the beginning, all right? How did you get into Dota? What was the earliest experience you had of playing Dota?
I started Dota when I'm around 10 years old.
10 years old?
Yeah, I was just watching my brother play and we only had the computer and I'm not allowed to use the internet at all.
Okay, so this is your older brother, right?
Yeah, my older brother.
Right.
So I've been only playing against bots for like 2 years. That's how I started.
What was your first game? What hero did you play?
Back then when I'm playing against bot, I only play 2 heroes.
Okay.
Drow Ranger and Lashtrack. So, so I think my first online game, I'm playing Drow Ranger.
You're playing Drow. Okay.
And I get trashed quite badly.
Oh man. I played Shadow Shaman. I went 1-30. That was my first game of Dota, and I thought, this is the best game ever. I don't know why, but it just felt so good.
30 deaths.
Yeah, 30 deaths. I was like, let's go. So I was about to start talking to you about RNG.
Yep.
So you formed that team with quite a few of the guys you were on, most of the guys you were on PSG LGD with.
Yeah.
Make it to TI this year. Just talk me through this TI from start to finish.
Yeah, we spent a lot of times, a lot of commitment for the preparation for this.
Lots of scrims.
Yeah, it was harsh because we need to play from the qualifiers until the end. There's no stop. We were actually quite satisfied on the second day.
Right.
Since we were like 9-1.
9-1.
And
then what happened?
And a disappointing on the third day.
It was COVID, right?
Yeah, it was COVID.
So, unbelievably, how 4 of the players on the team got it and couldn't play, and then of course we saw what happened. You were on the stage by yourself. How hard was it to play that game?
Actually, the result doesn't really matter much. It's more like it's so much different playing alone on a stage compared to when you have teammates that you can rely on.
Right. Like it was an amazing game.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, when you're playing in a game like that, what are you thinking? Like, are you guys planning? Like, you've got all this time. You go like, guys, how are we going to win this game? Like, what do we do? How much chat is there about it, or are you it's just crazy and you're just playing?
Eventually, we'll come to a point that your brain goes blank,
right?
Because you can't even think of anything because you have been trying so many stuff and ways to end the game and it doesn't work well. And you just stay on ground and for like few minutes and talk about it.
Right.
Like everyone just doing nothing and you start planning and talking for getting new ideas from it.
Right. But I've got to say, I thought that the reaction, even though you guys lost, the fans chanting your name, that must have been a good moment.
Yeah. It was, to be honest, it's quite fulfilling to me.
Yeah.
And I was really shocked, to be honest. Like,
You weren't expecting that kind of...
yeah, I wasn't expecting that, and it's the first time that happened to me. Yeah, it means a lot to me.
Wow. Welcome back. He's a good lad, X-Nova. He didn't deserve that at all, what happened to him. But hey, he seems to have taken it in his stride. I'm sure he'll be back later. Yeah.
Life sucks, you know. I mean, Dota ain't no fairy tale. You make sure that your carry gets all the farm. You make sure that he's good. He drops his items and he denies them. That's just the real life version of it. So, sucks. What can you do?
Okay, well, you may have noticed Aui's been replaced by 33. 33, but you might not have heard. I got some questions from the internet specifically for you guys because I thought, let's see what the community has to ask you. And I had a good question here. This is from a young man called Purge.
Oh, God.
And he said...
How many pages?
Shut up. He said, you started the Ironwood branch spam. Now it's all mangoes. What happened? What was wrong with the iron branches?
It's a good question, actually. I think maybe it was something to do with the way salves changed. We were kind of talking with AOI as well, and we tried to figure out why did branches feel so good before, and now mangoes feel a bit better. I think it's before you could salve up, like your support would give you a salve, and you would drop all your branches. But now, if you want to get regen, you have to buy it yourself. So I don't want to buy my own salve. Well,
I see. Yeah, carries never do. Offlane never do. So you do play offlane, right? Because I've got a question here that depends on it, and unless I've been lied to and I've been mistaken in watching your games, you're an offlaner.
Yes.
And in fact, you were a Zoo main offlaner.
Yes.
Oh,
which is despicable, in all honesty, but that's fine.
Thank
you.
you.
So how has the life of an offlaner changed in the 10 years that you've been playing? Because to me, it feels like it's the role that's changed the most. I play offlane quite a bit, and I feel like other roles have not changed as much. With offlane, you've got, they took the shop away. They took a bunch of items away. The Iron Talon, they took away the shield. They took away like a bunch of players, heroes that you could play solo now. You've got to have a mate with you. They've changed, the towers are moving all the time. It's changed more than anywhere else. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's for sure been changing a lot. It gets easier and easier to play, I guess. It just feels like there's not that much big of a difference between carry and offlane. It's just another side lane. The tower is so close to you. You have like a strong support with you all the time who is like dedicated to making your game good. It doesn't just show up for a second and then fuck off somewhere else. So that part is nice. It's nice to have a support, live a bit of the carry lifestyle. And yeah.
How much have you changed in the last 10 years physically? Not just offlane.
Probably not too much.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah. That's how it goes with Dota players. You just...
That is true.
Yeah.
Just more decrepit.
I'm definitely more decrepit. Right. I've got a question for you boys. Avoid lists. Do you have avoid lists? Like, do you have names you're like, never fucking playing with that guy?
I do.
Yes.
Right. That is a big supporter of the void list. He's expanded to many slots.
All right, so I want you to reveal, each of you reveal a couple of names on that list for me. I'm very curious. They're going to figure it out eventually anyway, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to call out a lot of players from this TI and from the European DPC. a lot of players from the CIS DPC as well. I have a lot of offlane players in my avoid. Obviously, I don't want to run into role conflicts.
Right.
So like nowadays, usually people let me play my role, but there's a lot of players I feel like if I let them... If they're offlane players and I'm going to let them play another role, we are going to lose for sure. So like these people I usually put in their avoid list.
Such as? One.
Why you gotta do me like
Just
that?
do one name.
Just one name. Just make it up.
One name.
I'll make one of them. Weeb Lord 69. Just make up a name. No one's going to research it.
He didn't want to let Weep Lord down like that.
Who do you want to, ruin this relationship the most with? Is what he's saying.
I don't want to put anyone on the spot.
Oh, that's
nice.
Right.
Okay. We'll move on.
SneyKing? Just one?
I actually don't have a particularly large list. I actually don't really avoid people.
That's interesting because that might lead into my next question.
Okay.
Someone asked, who gets saltiest in pubs? Why is it SneyKing? SneyKing.
why is it me?
No,
Yeah, so maybe
no,
the reason
no.
you get so salty is because you don't have the avoid list.
I feel like people is I mean, I don't know. It just feels like a weight. You know?
You're going to confront
There's so many of them. I feel like you just keep playing, carry on, and you keep your emotions calm, and you just move life. You know.
Okay.
This guy's cheap. He just admitted that he's salty and he doesn't avoid. He just make other people avoid you. It's cheating. You need to make
I
them
mean, I
spend the
try my
money.
best until it's over. You know.
All right, all right.
I think SneyKing is just lazy to maintain a good avoid list. It's actually a lot of work.
It is.
I realized it at some point. I had a couple people that escaped the avoid list.
Yes.
And at that point, I realized some changes have to be made. And I removed everyone from the avoid list. And then every new guy I added, I started tagging them with a name.
It happens all the time. When you just start avoiding people, they escape. You get a rogue avoid list, and you're like, what the hell are you doing back here? One big thing, pro tip for avoid list, when you avoid someone, send them a message and say, hey, when you stop playing Dota, can you leave a message on my profile so that I can make more room? They like that. I've gotten plenty of them. Very good messages.
Okay. All right. That was the... Believe it or not, the questions we've had so far are not the stupidest questions that I received.
Oh, so do you have to come?
That's good.
So here's one. This is really dumb. You can make a real-life zoo, but you can only have 3 animals. Which 3 animals do you have? You can't have 33 animals, just 3. 3 each.
Is it like to look at them or to like...
That's your choice. What do you want to do with them?
It's your zoo. Keep it clean.
You can do whatever you want with those animals, bro.
Keep it clean.
What kind of animals are you going to get?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't really
Think
have an
of
answer.
3 animals that you like. I knew this was going to trip them up. 3 animals.
You can't
well,
ask
geez.
non-Dota questions.
3 animals. I only know 2. This is tricky.
I feel like I cannot answer animals after the context that Flax put into
Well, just ignore him. Avoid list him.
it's already,
Leave the comment on the profile as well.
It's already been said.
Give me 3 animals right now.
Name 3 animals.
I'm passing the question to SneyKing.
Oh my God! Welcome to being an interviewer.
As a good teammate, you know,
Yeah.
Netta really likes the Broodmother, so we can say spiders.
Spiders.
That's
That's a
And
good-
then
that's a good zoo.
Beastmaster, so hawks and boars. So there you go.
Beastmaster, all right, but he can't summon any animals because then you'd
What's
go
it?
over the limit.
He said hawks and boars.
Oh, so you're just going to say spiders, hawks, and boars?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a haunted house. What
Yeah,
the?
sorry.
That's terrible.
Might be a good time to visit during Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
All right, that brings me to, believe it or not, a follow-up question.
Oh my God!
Unintentional
Oh, no.
follow-up question, which is, hold on, let me find it. Okay, so 33. Which Dota summons or controlled units would you like to have in real life? That's a question from an internet user and a fan of Dota.
What are you gonna do with those things?
I feel like after the context, you should choose wisely.
There's no context.
I feel like the familiars are a good choice. You just have a familiar just following you around.
The Visage Familiar?
Yeah.
It's like a gargoyle.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, but-
Like drops down on people's toes if they annoy you. You know.
SneyKing?
Oh, for me?
It can be a controlled creep as well, remember?
Control creep. I mean, just a Ursa, you know? The small Ursa.
The small Ursa, geez.
Oh, the tomato or the potato?
Yeah, potato.
Oh, the
Okay,
potato.
what are you going for?
I would choose a illusion of you that I control. You know, like when they Enchantress, that's a controllable unit, and I would just do it so I could see your eyes right before you disappeared from existence after 15 seconds, so I could hear, "Ah!" And that's.
Wow.
I thought about this.
That's so dank. I love the way Curtis is the psychopath. Apparently, you're the fucking psychopath.
He taught me. Techies for life, baby. I looked at your replays.
I was gonna say that little goblin creep that gives you passive gold, and then it'd be like, you know, passive.
There's a goblin game? He gives you passive gold?
Yeah, there is, right? He's,
Yeah.
he's one of the small camps.
It's like 20 gold per second.
I think it's 20 or 30 gold, not per second. That'd be ridiculous.
Per second.
Per minute.
Second.
It's per minute.
My God. I gotta read the patch notes.
Yeah.
That's the secret to our success this TI.
Wow. What's his name? What do they call that little guy?
I honestly have no idea. This is a small goblin, we just call it.
All right.
It's the gold grip.
That's a good way of calling it.
There you go. All right. So somebody mentioned on Twitter the sauna buff is OP. What is the sauna buff in relation to your team?
It's just Skitter. Skitter likes to go to the sauna.
Yeah.
He goes to the sauna.
Yeah.
What does he say before he does? Guys, I'm going to the sauna, and then he just goes and comes back, and he's what, empowered somehow?
I mean, he doesn't go alone is the problem. He wants to go, but he also wants to drag other people to go with him.
Okay.
So, you know, it becomes like a merry-go-round on whose turn it is.
Whose turn it is in the sauna with Scare?
Yeah.
Do you wear swimwear when you're in
Yeah,
there?
we wear swim trunks.
You do?
Yeah, and then I think mostly for Skitter, it's like it helps him relax, and I think it's important to be able to de-stress after a long day and kind of refocus the next.
It's fair enough. Yeah, it's fair enough. All right, so let's just talk. How are you guys preparing for the next stage of TI? You've got 5 days off. What are you going to do with your time? We've got media day tomorrow, which is obviously going to eat into your time. You've got 5 days to prepare. What have you got planned for the next week?
I think I can speak for me and Netta. We've got a lot of chicken and rice planned for our meals.
That's true.
Okay. What? That's both of yours answers.
That's the mostly thing on my mind. Like going to the mall food court and getting chicken rice. Like the highlight of my day.
Okay. Awesome. There, you heard it here. That's Tundra's recipe for success is chicken rice down at the mall. Gents, thank you so much for coming on. Jake, thank you again for joining me on the
Thank you. Do you know this guy's from USA, America?
Yes, I did.
Did you know NA is going to the grand finals? Once again, more slots, please, if you could. Thank you very much. We'll take those.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night. No, we won't. We'll see you on Saturday night. We've got 5 days off. There will be Dota on Saturday. Join us then. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Thank you, chaps.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we wave.
USA. You. What?
Welcome back. It's the late game on the main stage. Can you believe it? The arena is still absolutely packed here.
Woo!
People have definitely not all gone home.
Hey, oh my.
Thank you, crowd. That's good
Wow.
of you. Obviously, we've just seen 2 fantastic series, and the winners of that most recent series was Tundra, and we have 2 of them here on the panel. Let's get a look at the lads. We have Saksa, and we have Nine. Gentlemen, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Round of applause for these lads, please. And I have Flax as well joining me. So, first of all, lads, let's get straight down to it. First of all, thank you for coming on the show, because I realize you're probably still a little bit full of adrenaline. Was it a tense moment for you, or were you relaxed in that final game?
I was super hyped, but it was like good. It was one of the most fun games I've played. So
Really?
I definitely was relaxed. It wasn't tensed up or something.
Wow.
But that game, I felt like you guys were in control for a decent part of that game. Did it feel that way watching, for like playing in it?
Definitely. I felt like even in the beginning, like in the first 15 minutes, I felt like the game was kind of already over. Then you know, like the game kind of got prolonged a bit. You know, it's like, you know, it's the final game to get into the final, so people were like, you're a bit more careful than usual. But yeah, the game felt like pretty over, like very early on.
Now, did you enjoy it so much because you got to crush such a high dream? I mean, I find that about Dota players. Like in a ranked game, winning a ranked game is so much better because you know how much they wanted it. So, Secret, you know how much they wanted to be in that finals, and is that a big part of like why you enjoyed it so much?
I mean, that's why, you know, it's like I don't even want to win that much. I just want to see other people lose.
Holy, wow.
Dank. That is dank.
Winning is not about winning, it's about everyone else not winning.
Oh my God. Cool.
Boom. Wow. So this is Nine. This is your first TI, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And you've made it to the grand final. That's pretty insane. Can we get a round of applause for that? Ridiculous. This is my 9th, and I've never made it to a grand final. Saksa, you've been in a grand final before, though.
Yep. 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Don't fist bump, Slacks. He has been living off the grand final that you guys got.
We were in it together. What the hell?
You're always telling me I'm a TI grand finalist.
I am.
He was there.
With my boy.
Not
Sorry.
convinced. Not convinced.
Sorry, bro.
How is it to play with a big crowd again like this? Because I know that when you guys come out on the stage, we see a lot of the players getting very hyped and sort of responding to the walkout with the audience. That must be great.
Yes, it feels so amazing to play with a crowd because Dota is such a beautiful game, and when you have a crowd like this, just playing is so much more intense, fun. Like all these emotions just get amplified, and just playing the game is so much more fun than just playing at home. And even at home, I love it.
I mean, it feels amazing. Like, to be honest, when we were going to play in front of a crowd, I wasn't sure how it's going to go. Like, I had fears maybe it's like people are not going to be comfortable, But when we played, like, even the initial matches in the main stage, like, it felt like everybody was comfortable and everybody was, like, kind of enjoying the crowd and were kind of, like, feeding off of it. So I really enjoyed that feeling, and it's been amazing.
So it didn't feel like added pressure. It felt like more motivation almost.
I feel like we even play better in front of the crowd.
Well, obviously. I mean, that's easy to say now.
Yeah, you're in the grand final. That's a good point.
Did you ever be afraid that they were going to boo you when you came out? Because that's something I constantly, like, right before I go on, I just picture a boo, No fear of that?
I know they wouldn't boo us, but I know that in the past we have never been a crowd favorite, so we're kind of used to people cheering for the opposite team more than for us.
Okay.
But, like, I would say back in Stockholm Major, it kind of affected me a little bit. Like, back then we had like almost no one cheering for us, and then we played against OG, and then there was like OG,
Yeah, that happens.
But now, like, I can feel more and more support, and it just feels amazing.
I mean, you guys, you guys have been playing so well. I've got to say, you were playing Tusk mid in that last game, which is the sort of thing that if someone in one of my games decided they were going to do that, I would be very upset. But you made it look amazing.
And it is amazing.
Right, well, that's
great.
Yeah.
Well, now all of our pubs are doing that. That's
they're all
fantastic. Thank you.
You mentioned Stockholm Major. Let's go back a sec and look over the year that you guys had. We don't have a content piece. I'm just going to talk about it. It's been a bit of a year of ups and downs because at times you guys have looked like really good. Like Stockholm Major, upper bracket, you were winning all these games, and then it kind of didn't work out. Riyadh Masters, I think the best thing is you did better than D-Boosters there. Arlington didn't work out. So how is it that you now find yourselves in the grand final, given that the disappointment? How did you take that disappointment and say, we're going to learn from this? How did you do that?
I mean, for the Riyadh Masters and for the Arlington, I feel like we were very burnt out as a team. Like before these tournaments, we got like first in the DPC in the Europe. And I feel like people were like boot camping for like 2 months. Then they had to go play one LAN, and they had to go travel to another place to play another LAN. So I feel like the whole team was very burnt out. You could feel it. And I feel like now that we had a break, we made sure we were going to reset, like get our proper rest, and then we were going to prepare for the TI.
Yeah, and about the Stockholm Major, back then we did have a problem playing in front of a crowd, but it was like the first event with a crowd after a very long time
yeah,
for all
ages,
of us.
like 2 years almost it was, right?
Yeah, but,
COVID and everything.
but straight after that we realized that there is like problem in this event was just the crowd and how it affected us. So we got a psychologist and moved on with that from that point on and just worked on that.
Wow, because I know quite a few teams have gone down that sort of getting some psychologist in and stuff like that. So what kind of things do they say to you? Do they just say, you can do it? Or is it a bit more in-depth than that?
I mean, mostly it's about, like, performing is a skill. Like, being able to feel comfortable in front of so many people and just playing the game is a skill that you can learn. This is like the first thing you have to understand, I think. And you have to realize that if you suck at it, you gotta practice it to become better. And then that's pretty much everything we did.
Interesting.
How do you practice that? Do you just jump scare each other in the team house, or like what do you guys do to practice that? Is it secret? You don't have to share. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's like there's a lot to it. It's just like trying to realize what makes you comfortable, trying to realize what do I have in my head when I feel comfortable, and when I play good, what is in my head.
Yeah.
And then you just try to reproduce these feelings and emotions and thoughts during the game.
Are you comfortable now?
I'm comfortable.
Good.
Are you comfortable
Well, let's
now?
try. Let's see if we can make you a little uncomfortable.
Ooh.
Because we went back and looked on Reddit, of all places, for mean comments about Tundra. Because, of course, now you've made it to the grand final. Those people are going to look quite the fools. So we're going to bring one of these comments up from Reddit. Here's one. DPC points and direct invite is what Tundra was holding Tundra together. Once it's done, they're done. What do you say to that, Redditor?
I mean, just funny.
Just funny. You're a joke to this man.
Where's the name?
Yeah,
Call them out. Link your
they
Dota
cut the
buff.
names off. I have the names. I might
boo.
tweet them later to shame these people.
Right.
What the F happened with Tundra and how can the suddenly so bad? Question mark, question mark.
Explain.
I mean, I don't know which point is this, like before the tournament or when? Like,
I think it was probably quite a bit before the tournament.
yeah, I mean, we were pretty bad, so it's kind of fair enough, you know.
Oh, come on. You're supposed
There
to be
you go.
ripping these kids apart.
There's a little upvote from Saksa for that comment. All right, next one. Tundra really, really would have been better kicking Skitter, lol.
No.
No.
That is a moron's comment right there. That
Okay.
really is.
All right.
And the last one, don't worry, it's the last one. On a good day, Tundra is an unstoppable force. On a bad day, they are an easily movable object. Nothing in between. That feels harsh.
Yeah.
I remember something Fishman said about us. We have two modes, either like own mode, like we destroy mode, or shit mode.
So was that Fishman? Can we find out? Was that Fishman on Reddit?
Yes, it was.
Fishman Smurf on Reddit.
Yes, it was, apparently, according to my producer. Okay.
Fantastic.
All right, well, let's play a game. Do you want to play the old Would You Rather game? You don't have to. Or, how about this? This is something else we were working on. Can you guys help me and Slacks compose our voice lines for next year? Because the best way to get the primo voice lines is for the pros to use them. So we want to know, what are you looking for in a voice line? Saksa, I'm going to ask you first. I'm going to design a voice line in my head now, save it for next year. I want to have one that you will use. What would it be?
Oof, I don't know. For me, it's like not about the words you use. It just needs to be as annoying as possible so you can tilt your teammates.
As annoying as possible. And to tilt your team.
Sorry, your opponents. I
Okay,
meant.
what the hell? That was a little bit of a Freudian slip there, I think.
I mean, you can also use it to tilt your teammates if they're being toxic, so...
Right, of course. Nine?
I mean, does it go for Slacks?
No, just for anyone. Like what?
Oh, okay, for tenors in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what are you looking for? You're going through the lines, you're like, I want to find the most annoying one. What is it that makes it jump out and be like, that's the one, that's the most annoying one?
I don't know, some things just sound completely ridiculous, but with genuine emotions. There's people that try to recreate sounding like ridiculous, and then it's just whatever.
Yeah.
But then there's things like this, wow, Kidan. Like the guy is just casting or something. I don't know where it comes from. Then it's like, it's genuine, and that's what I like.
The genuine emotion.
That's
feeling.
true.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
sort
I
of-
keep submitting cool noises, and they never make it in.
I think I did when it was just me going, yeah, like that, and they were like,
I
no.
keep submitting.
Yeah, well.
Would you use that one?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
That's next year, baby! Val, you want to make some money? You want to make some money? We got a money bank right here.
My boy.
Easy. Oh, just quickly.
I mean, I would actually use it, you know, every time I pick up a rune. That's just how I feel.
Wow, I'm annoying myself. It's been 3 seconds. This is pretty good.
I don't think I could stand that, honestly, for a whole game.
Neither can my wife.
Because we were playing some pubs, and we were all spamming the Flax voice line for this year, the Slacks one. And it's when it overlaps, it sounds ridiculous.
That's great.
But if people were just moaning, I don't think.
I feel like it should not happen. Don't do it.
Okay,
Yeah, don't
thank you.
do it,
Yes,
please.
yes. Well, there goes
Please.
that.
All right, we're going to play some Would You Rather. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll
yeah.
give an example. Okay. So, would you rather, this is so stupid, win TI, or you can go to every TI, you could do well, but you always get knocked out in a very embarrassing way?
I would rather win TI.
Win TI. It's a stupid
no,
question.
no.
It's a stupid
Do the
question.
math. Do the math. Let's say there's 30 TIs.
30 TIs.
You know, the prize pool continues, and you're going to guaranteed to get some money. So aggregately, assuming unlimited TIs,
Okay,
wouldn't you
but
want
is
to go
the
to
first option like winning TI and then not going to all the others? So what's like?
Yes.
Yes, you're banned for life. Don't you know? You guys didn't get the memo. If you guys win, you don't get to go no more.
Yeah, that's it.
It's changed.
I'm already old, so I want to just win TI. I've been done
Win
with it.
TI
Yeah.
Oh,
and get out
okay,
of it.
all right,
That's
fine,
fair
fine.
enough. All right, here's another one. Would you rather have griefers in every pub game that you play in, or you're the griefer, but you win anyway?
I'm the griefer, yes, for sure.
I feel like I am often in pubs. Yeah. It just feels better.
It feels better. What do you do to grief? Don't say destroy your items and walk down.
Yeah, no Shadow Blade.
I mean, pick CM.
CM? That's not griefing. She's very
Oh,
talented.
so she's lost. She's
For mid?
5-0 apparently. Not on a
For
mid.
mid, I don't know.
Okay, for mid, yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it.
All right. Okay. This one I actually think is quite a hard one.
All right.
You win TI, but you can never play Dota again, or you can never win TI, but you can Dota as long as you like.
I mean, win TI and never play Dota again.
I mean,
Again, you just want out.
this
At
is
this
a
point,
hard
Saksa
one.
wants out of Dota.
that is the
Give me
worst
TI.
question. We play Dota all the time. We are never going to win TI. We don't have the choice.
But we don't have the choice to win TI.
Just like our real lives. This is not going to happen
They
for
can
us.
win it.
Okay, sure.
All right, this was your one, so no flame in this one. If you're going to be, would you rather be immortalized as a
Oh my
hero
God, that you were gonna.
or as an item? And you have to describe your choice.
Hero or item? Which one would you choose?
Like the Saksa item or the Saksa hero or the 9 item or
I
the
would
9
like to be an item.
An item? What item? What
I
kind
don't
of
know,
item?
but the, like Nines, whatever, like Nines Battle Fury, for example. Yeah?
Right,
Then you
right.
have like who's 9? It's
Nine's
mysterious.
nunchuck. Yeah?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Like the old Rod of Aui, right? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Yule Scepter, for example.
Yeah, that's right.
I would say a hero, but then again, you know, I feel like the first game when I played the Tiny with a Giant String, I felt like I was that tiny.
Oh,
okay.
cosplaying as yourself on the main stage.
Very nice.
All right. How about this one? Big pause. It's grand final, game 5. You have to either let the enemy draft for you, but they have to pick a mid, carry, 3 at 4 or 5. Or you all have to mash random, and you have to play whatever you random. There's no swap.
Shit, I like both. Can we do that?
That's basically just how we coaching, honestly. I mean,
Honestly, I think drafting for the other team is better.
yeah,
Like,
Let them pick for you.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But
as
we
well.
also pick for them, right?
No,
no.
No?
no, they get to draft as normal.
Oh, and on the other hand, we also just random.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
And if we random, we're not gonna get like a mid hero.
You're looking a lot into this. I mean,
I need
love
to
the
know what I'm answering.
I'm just telling you. We
I
are.
would probably go for random then.
You go for randoming. Saksa,
I'm going for the let them draft for us, you know.
you'd let them draft.
I mean, if they draft for us and we beat them with that, then it's like, you know, mentally they're done.
That's true. Mentally, they would be done.
Well, we have a big surprise for you because that's exactly what happened tomorrow. Now, we've just got off the phone with Gabe and Newell, and he said,
Man, I really thought you did have a big announcement.
"Oh,
there
that
for
would
a
be
second.
cool." But no, they don't trust me in anything.
All right, so let's just talk about what did you guys do over the previous 5 days off that we've had prior to this? Because a lot of the players have been out doing cool stuff. What cool stuff did you guys get up to?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, we had a break day where, I don't know, I feel like people didn't interact with each other too, because we have been boot camping for a while and being on tournaments together for a while. So we just had an off day, went to sauna together,
Went to
enjoyed
the
the
sauna?
pool.
Went to
We
the
went
pool?
to dinner for as team. That's like the only thing we did as a team.
So
Yeah.
other than that, you're just hanging out in the team room and just playing Dota.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we were watching the games for the first 2 days mostly, and then like we went for dinner in like some Japanese place, and then I don't know. After that, we started preparing like for the games.
Because I know that there haven't been scrims much this year compared to previous years.
Yeah, that was a problem. I mean, not like a real problem, but it's kind of awkward to have like 5 days off before the most important games, and there's no one that we want to scream you.
Yeah.
It felt weird, but it's whatever. We just, you know.
It was also hard to play pubs. Like everybody that got eliminated, nobody's playing anymore. People just chilling, waiting for TI to start, and nobody's playing. So you just get like rank 1 Ks every game.
Today I was afraid I couldn't even play a warm-up pub because I was queuing for 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Everyone just is watching TI, or all the pros stopped playing, you know.
Because that's normally what happens, isn't it? At TI is all the pros are all queuing pub games all at the same
except
time.
when you lost.
Right. Yeah. But so for 5 days, you guys have not played a huge amount of Dota, or?
I mean, we had 2 days where we didn't do anything, like one off day and one media day. And then we just played as much as we could.
So can I ask a question that's a real question? It's going to sound like a joke, but this is a real question. Why don't you guys like sabotage each other?
You mean the enemy team?
Yeah, like if I was a pro player, I would be ding-dong ditching Puppey's room like every hour. I would pay children to like go up and scream outside
You
of
don't know that this is not happening. They would just not tell you. know?
Oh my God.
Maybe it is happening.
Did anything like that happen?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you don't nick each other's keyboards and chuck them in the bog or anything like that.
I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a lot of money on the line.
There is quite a bit of money on the line.
Somebody mentioned something about somebody having COVID, and then you throw them in with the enemy team. You know?
Oh, think about it.
I feel like these things, like everyone kept on mentioning them as a joke, but deep down they wanted to do something.
You see? The bomb, you know?
Oh my God.
That'll work. You know what? I do have a story.
Please.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but I thought about killing you at TI6. Now, that sounds really bad. That sounds really bad.
Hear him out. Just hear him out.
But I was a sub on Digital Chaos.
Yes.
So if you guys, you were already in the finals. So if you happened to die, I would have got $1 million. Have you ever been in a situation like that?
I think you did tell me this though, and it still sounds pretty ridiculous.
No,
during
it's
the
not
second
ridiculous.
time.
Listen, you're a tall guy. You were standing in front of a stairway. And yeah, a guy with that much gravity, I mean,
It
he's going to
happens.
fall down once in a while. It
It
happens.
happens. I mean, to be honest, I don't blame you. You know, maybe if I was in your position, you know, I would share the same thoughts.
That's very empathetic of you. That's
Yeah.
very nice to consider Slax's
Thank you, thank
feelings.
you.
I didn't act on those feelings.
No, but I think vocalizing them is pretty bad.
What do you mean it's bad? It's good to air these things.
I don't think telling someone, you know, I know we're friends now. I thought about killing you.
You would have done it. You would have done it.
Funny story.
It was an intrinsic thought. Okay, that happens all the
Intrinsic
time.
thought is even more concerning because that means that on your mind at any moment might be murder. But we're going to wrap this up today on that bombshell. Saksa Nine, thank you so much for coming on. I realize you guys are exhausted after that series. We really appreciate you coming on the show. All the best for tomorrow. You've got a bunch of fans here rooting for you. Whatever you said about people aren't really supporting us when we're playing, they will definitely be back on you boys tomorrow because that was a terrific series. Well done. Can we get a round of applause for Tundra, please?
Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. And we'll be back tomorrow with more late game and more games first, of course. Far more importantly, we're just going to be on after that. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody, give a little wave as we say goodbye.
Come on.
Goodbye.
Right. Bye-bye.
You're safe.
And just like that, with a shower of confetti, the games are over and TI is concluded for another year. I always feel sad at this time, honestly. I do, because this is my 9th TI, and I always feel like when I'm here, it's never gonna end. And then when it does end, I'm devastated and I have to wait another year for another one. But this year's been really, really special. These last 2 days in the Singapore Indoor Stadium have been phenomenal. And I wanna say, it's you guys that have actually made this fantastic after so long without a live crowd. You guys have been fantastic, so thank you from all of us, I mean that. In less than 48 hours, this entire arena is gonna be torn down, believe it or not. Well, just the inside bit, don't worry, the stadium will still be here. And I'd like to say thanks to the crew who put all this together and make it all happen. And another bunch of people, they don't need applause, they're used to it. Another bunch of people, I'm gonna sit amongst them right now, that make this really, really special. Are you and me, Jake.
Hey, how's it going? Man, what a motley crew of psychopaths they gave us over there. There's a homeless guy over here. He just came in from the crowd.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
What are you doing?
You invited me. You know
Shannon's right. I should never throw a guest under the bus. Shannon, thank you for rousing yourself from your hotel room, stumbling down here at the last minute after messaging me, am I on this show or what? And then coming on. I really do appreciate it.
You know, communication is not your strongest suit, Pyrion, but I'm very happy to be your guest. Thank you.
Thank you. It's great to have you. I thought your casting this year was top draw, really.
Thank you, Pyrion Flax.
And I really, really enjoy Ability Arena. I think it's fantastic.
Thank you, friend.
There you
Not good enough for finals, but it's all right. That is okay, that's all right.
Cap, before I come to the duo that cast the final, how did you find this TI? I thought your casting with SVG this year was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, thank you, Ted. Yeah, this TI was fantastic. I mean, just being able to, there were so many great games that happened. I know this ended up being a 3-0 finals, and I'm sure people really wanted to be able to see 5 games, but throughout this entire tournament, I think there have been so many fantastic games that we managed to watch. A lot of memories came through, and well, a lot of cool storylines came out of it as well.
There were a lot of cool storylines. I think this was one of the Dota sort of events I've been to that had the most storylines, whether it be players retiring or second chances, third chances, don't you think?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm just smiling because I know that Cap has been trying to show off his shoes for this entire event. And he only
Jacob's
agreed.
making a big deal out of my shoes, and I'm not.
He agreed to come on to show off his cool shoes. So, fantastic shoes there, Cap.
My shoes.
Looks really good.
Let me get a look at those.
This entire time.
Sorry,
Jake has just been smiling at me like a psychopath.
Let me get a shot of Cap's shoes,
Show the
please.
shoes!
Get a real close-up. Look at these. Turn one sideways. Turn one sideways like this. Like a catalog model. No, not like that. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's really just like a model.
That's
just
great.
like a model does. Really cool. Really
Thank
cool.
you. That's what you brought me on for. Do I have to speak anymore? It's just...
No, shut up.
No, you're
sorry.
good. You're good.
Why didn't you ask to see my shoes?
Can we see your shoes, please, Shan?
Show the shoes.
Show. Oh, wow.
Woo.
They wouldn't let me wear flip-flops, I'll be honest. I tried.
Okay.
Nice
Owen,
leg
show
hair,
us
though.
your feet. No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, here we go.
Do you hear people cheering for that? Yeah, Owen's feet. Yeah. Wait, hang on, sorry. I just want to clarify something. Do you guys actually want to see Owen's feet?
Hell yeah.
I'm keeping the socks on. There you go. I've got some lovely llamas on my socks. I don't
He's
know if
got
you can see
llamas
them. I've
on
got
his
llamas
socks.
on here.
That's all you're getting. No foot action. This is not an 8 to 8. It's
This is really devolved quite
You
quickly.
shoot us up immediately.
This was a great show that you guys wrote to send off TI-11.
What a
Thank you so much.
fantastic-
Sir Action Slacks and Pyrion Flax for putting this show together. Great work, guys.
Oh, stop your kind words, Cap. Yanis, a.k.a. Fogged.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I think I'm off.
Your mic is
I can translate. He's good.
Oh, that's great.
I'm good.
Okay. Yay! He's good!
No, I'm hyped. It was a long road to get here for a lot of people, and honestly, when you get down to these last few teams, like you said, there's so many storylines. I was rooting for a lot of teams, a lot of friends on all sides. The top 3 teams, of course.
Players
Secret,
you
Liquid.
played with as well. Previously.
Yeah, I was getting there. Thank you.
Okay.
Tundra, of course. You know, Aui, former teammate, another TI under his belt. SneyKing, teammate that I played with like 12 years ago, even before that, even on Heroes of Newerth and stuff like that. So yeah, just happy to see these guys make it. And after such a long road, even for Skeeter and them too, you know, Penta Skeeter, Penta 9, you know, people who remember those names. This has been outstanding. So yeah, it's been
Can
a
I
treat.
go next? I didn't play with them, but first of all, Slacks.
Yeah.
Second place TI.
Second place TI, baby.
Along with Resolution.
That's right.
And Saksa.
Yeah. That's right.
They head off today. Old DC members along with AUI. Of course, it wasn't very successful when he was on the team, but that's unrelated, of course.
Unrelated.
But obviously really sad for Rezo because that's another second place for him, but obviously very good accomplishment. He joins Weeha as having 2 second place TIs.
Oh.
Yeah.
But Saksa, I ran into him in the hall and never seen him that excited before. It's like, it took 6 years. I'm like, yeah, great job, bro. That was really
Yeah, he
hype for
doesn't
him.
strike me as the kind of guy that gets emotional very often. But this obviously, I mean, like you said, second time trying to actually get it. And in such a style. I mean, they demolished Secret in that
Yeah, I
fight.
think for Saksa specifically, he was always very mellow, easy to work with. I always said, like, he's at the time the best position for, because you can just plug him into any lineup, which they did this last year, right? And it really worked out. He's very easy to play with, and like I said, never seen him that excited before, so that's awesome.
Fogg, do you regret the days from Navi US? I mean, we saw SneyKing just 1 TI, and now you're just kind of here casting him. How did that feel?
I'm glad this mic, oh, it actually works now, damn it. I was like, glad this mic doesn't work anymore. I mean, I'm just happy for them, honestly. They're like family to me always. I always talk to them, SneyKing and Aui. I've known them, like I said, for like 10, 12 plus 14 years, something like that, and it just feels good to see them, you know.
Started out with Navi, now we're here.
Started from bottom, now we're here.
Started from bottom, now we're here. There you go.
damn, that kid's still playing goddamn Potom. Like, he doesn't change anything. What the heck happened there? Good Lord.
He's good at that hero, I think.
Yeah, the Potom of the moon. Very, very good.
Oh, man. When TI is over, and we've all finished and we all go back to our hotel rooms and hide there until the next one, you guys go off and do all kinds of other cool events. There always seems to be a month where I just sort of, I think I'll go home and play tons and tons of Dota, but instead I just kind of sit around for a month and feel kind of dejected. Do you guys get that? Or am I...
Jesus.
No, I play about 5 games of UA's East solo queue and immediately realize the reality of Dota 2. And,
Yo,
and I just accept the fact that Dota at its peak is so beautiful, and you know, my matchmaking isn't quite so there.
My mates always tell me the worst thing is I come back with all these big ideas.
Yes.
Like here's the strat, lads. Like I've absorbed any skill from watching the
Wraith Pact and pipe in all of my games, and my team's lady for buying aura items. That's what's gonna happen.
What's your wind down post TI, or just are you always like this?
I fall into that same trap. I instantly start pubbing because I've seen so much teamwork and communication and good play here at TI. I go straight into a pub and it's just dog shit. I hate it so much. It makes me so angry. I'm like, well, I can't do be like Skeeter. And then a lot of reports. The behavior score, real bad after TI.
A lot of passive-aggressive comments.
That's not
coming from
true.
Flax,
That's
yeah.
passive-aggressive. Thank you. Oh, Pixel, you're always griefing games. Does anything change for you after TI?
Not really. I think tomorrow I've got a pretty late flight out, so I can get one more day in of SEA pubs.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. A lot of very exciting adventures so far in the region, and it's been very enjoyable. I love the games over here, so looking forward to one final day before I travel home.
You guys cheering weren't in those pubs with him. We were, and it was a miserable experience. We lost so many games, you wouldn't believe it. How much MMR did we lose that day? Someone dropped from Divine back down to Ancient. That definitely happened.
Oh my. Lyrical?
Lyrical is no, I believe he's no longer.
Yeah, Lyrical
was
Lyrical started the day Divine, played about 5 or 6 pubs with Owen, and was Ancient by the end of the session.
Why would he play ranked?
Because he always played ranked. I don't know why.
Him.
Owen was like, we're going ranked. Yeah, come on, boys, we'll go ranked.
Not to extend this storyline any further, but when we go down to this room that all the talent's playing in, I came in the middle of the night when you guys were still, in your 9th loss of a row, literally. And it's like somebody died in there.
Well,
let me just say, both from just the attitude-wise and the stench alone.
Shannon, but just to sum up that room in general, I had the highest win rate with Slacks in the party.
Yes, he actually, no word of a lie, this man came in and you saved the day because we were all about to just quit forever.
I know
he
how
left the stack. He came in.
Friendships were being broken, yeah.
And he said, all right, boys, this is what we're going to do. And he led us.
I know how the C guys think. They've never seen a healer in their entire careers. They're like, Warlock can heal? What the hell? And then you're good. You're good. It's so good. Now, can you please explain your Slark build here in front of everyone?
Yes, tell everyone about your Slark build.
I would love to hear the Slark explanation.
I want everyone here and everyone watching at home to hear this.
I can't remember it.
It
was an unkillable Slark build.
Unkillable Slark build, which looks totally normal until 30 minutes. Eon Disc. 40-minute Heaven's Halberd. You're nodding like these are normal items, dude.
He did no damage at any point in the game.
You'll see it next TI, don't worry. I'm up there ahead of the meta,
To back up Owen here, my good friend Owen played with Slacks and he bought 5 different kinds of boots. So
Yo, that is from Brennan. I told you not to tell people about my Venomancer build. It's very good.
Your 5-boot Veno?
5-boot Veno. A man is, he's jelly. He don't have no legs. He needs some shoes. But what can you do? That's the build. But anyway, we won't be seeing any of that, and all of that is completely irrelevant to what we have seen here
That's
today.
true. We're just filling because obviously the players had to go into all of the other late games before they wrapped up here. So that was why we're filling in time with you bozos. But I do love all of you guys.
Can I just, real quickly, thank everybody who's stuck around in this stadium for all of you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Southeast Asia, Singapore, you guys have been amazing. The hospitality, honestly, we always love coming here. We've talked about it between all the Dota talent. We always love coming to Southeast Asia. You guys are the best fans in the world, so thank you so much for all your support.
Well said, Cap. I can see that we have the players ready to come on. I hope you chaps don't mind. I think if you just pop your microphones down, Thank you very much. Can we get a round of applause and a cheer, please? For Odie Pixel, Fogged, Sunsfan, and Cap. Thank you, guys.
Sunsfan sauntering away.
Got rid of them.
Oh, my God.
Come on. Yes, come on. It's Team Tundra.
Ladies and gentlemen, your TI winners. Holy moly. Where's Aui2000? Get his ass on here.
He's getting mic'd up.
Oh, that guy's taking off his shirt. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, we're not. All right. Welcome.
How are you?
Hello. I feel amazing.
You feel amazing?
Yes.
So the first thing everyone always asks is, how does it feel to win TI? I am going to ask you, it is an obvious question, but the typical answer is it hasn't sunk in yet. You've had about 15 minutes. That should be enough time. So how does it feel?
Maybe it's sunk in a bit, but it's still insane. I can't believe it. Sorry.
Skeeter, how does it feel to have won TI? You're holding the Aegis. You're going to be inscribed
no
on
one's
the
gonna
back.
take that from you.
Yeah,
It's
you're
okay.
holding it very tightly.
I had more stress using double down in pub than playing this finals, actually.
Oh! Popper's not going to like that one.
Wow. Saksa, how does it feel to, at the second time of asking, 6 years apart, you were teammates with this fool here, and now you've won TI with this incredible team. How does it feel?
Different than I thought it would. Like, I thought it was going to be much more emotional, but I don't know. It just feels like I feel like there's still more games to play for some reason. I feel like we were playing somebody else still in the tournament, you know? Like we're playing Liquid or something. I don't know. So I don't know. It still feels surreal, but yeah, it's an amazing feeling, of course. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just very proud of these guys.
Hello.
Hi.
I admire your play very greatly because I try to play mid, but I'm absolutely bloody awful. How do you do it? You told the other team, get good. That's what you said.
Honestly, I think enjoying the game is the biggest thing. Like, I don't think I've ever enjoyed Dota as much as in this tournament.
You
I feel like I've played this game for maybe 15 years. And there were times where I thought my passion is going away, but before this tournament and coming to this tournament, I truly fell in love with it again. I truly understood how cool it is to play this game and how fun, and especially with people that you enjoy it so much with. And I just feel very grateful.
That's incredible. So what was it that made you fall back in love with the game? I mean, obviously, you started playing it way back. You've been playing it all this time. Is it sort of like a marriage with Dota, and then suddenly you realize, oh, she's the one for me?
The biggest thing is probably qualifying to TI, because I've been trying to do that for a very, very long time, and every year I did not qualify. It felt really, really bad. More doubts came in. But now that I qualified for once, I realized that I have this chance now, and all these emotions that through the years went away when I lost every time, they came back, and that's what made me so much more, like, I enjoyed the game so much more, and I could just play without having any doubts.
Wow.
SneyKing, yeah.
I thought he was going to say the Arcanas, but that's cool.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Continue.
SneyKing, managing to play your famous Mirana as often as you did, it felt like you guys kind of got, over the course of that series in particular, I felt, wow, they got all these heroes that they wanted, but it also felt like it's very hard to ban against you. Like, you guys seem to have this pool of heroes that you can call on that you are all good at. That is a rare thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we definitely had the stars align. Every hero we enjoyed playing on the patch was pretty strong, and obviously there's a huge amount of luck factor going to TI every year, but I think all individually, our pool of heroes this tournament was very strong, so it's very hard for our opponent to just ban out all of our heroes.
So, Aui, if I can come to you, the coach, you've been around in Dota a long time. Obviously, you won TI as a player. Now you've won it as a coach. How is it different managing the team from afar without being able to be there actually playing in a grand final? What are you saying in between the games to get this team to play as well as they can?
I think for us, the thing about this tournament was we put in so much hard work before the tournament that going in, we knew that most of the work was already done. And all our talk between the games was pretty much about focusing on the stuff that we believe is the best Dota, our fundamentals, how we communicate. And as for being a coach, like, it's so rewarding, and I'm so proud of these players. Like watching them improve and become TI champions, it's actually just so insane.
That must be very satisfying for you guys to have figured out a way to play, yeah. I'm going to keep stopping every time the audience wants to cheer for you lads.
Let them soak it in.
They deserve it.
I did have one.
Oh, go for it.
Aui, years ago, I told you if you ever won another TI, you had to change your name to Aui2000. It has finally happened. What? I told you years ago. Will you do it now? Aui3000.
You kicked me from Arkosh, bro.
You left! Was it worth it? Was all of this worth it? I think not. Please come back.
All right, well, we've actually got some highlights from the games that you just played. I'm aware that you just played them, but I figure it might be, you know, in the rush of what's happened, maybe you forgot exactly what happened. Let's have a look at the replays. We're going to talk over them, and you can tell us a little bit about how these were going down. This is from game 1, I believe. Something funny? Oh, that chap standing in front of the screen. Okay.
Ah, yes. The Roshan fight, guys. What was going through your head here?
I felt like there's no way we're gonna lose this fight. I was saying, guys, there's no fucking way I can die. Just chill, just watch me. And yeah, basically, I think most of our teamfight communication has been about, guys, just chill. Just chill. And that's kind of, I think in the true side, you'll see it. We are just constantly telling each other to not dive.
Don't dive.
Don't dive.
Hold formation.
Yeah. Just chill, and you know, we're going to win the fight.
I noticed one of the things that you guys did really well in the games was you'd get a kill, but then you'd have a way to get another kill, and you'd sort of follow the enemy as they're retreating. You're just getting more and more kills and just living all over the map. There was nowhere to run. Is that part of your play style to not just take a big fight and go get an objective, but to continually get extra kills where you can?
A lot of stuff we thought is like, we can go, if we get the kill, it's good. If we don't get the kill, we're still happy. Like nothing happened. And we just kind of wait for the enemy to fuck up. And you know, once a guy goes out of position, we're gonna kill him. But we don't have to. Like we are happy, whatever is happening, like we're not in a rush. And I think a lot of teams kind of fell into that. Like the people got impatient, and we just were able to collect the free kills.
I mean, one thing, you guys, your positioning, you always seem to be in a sort of tight formation, always sort of close to each other. It was incredible. It was so coordinated. And who's calling those shots in game, or is it just a collective thing?
It's kind of a collecting things. I think the main idea is something that SneyKing and AUI have been pushing a lot about how to team fight and what's the way to position. And they have been kind of bringing these ideas to us over the past year and kind of pushing it more and more until we all got on the same page. And then in the game, it can be anyone. It doesn't have to be them. Anyone can just say the calls of like, guys, just remember what we talked about. Let's take the fights that we know are good.
So you guys just have that level of trust in each other. Obviously, you've been playing together all year. You've built up that level of trust. I mean, this coordination doesn't come without an awful lot of practice. You've played so much Dota together at this point as a group. Is it just second nature to just trust each other, follow each other? I'll trust the call. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, if you notice, if you watch the replay, they actually stay in formation of their team logo. It's crazy. That's how they move across the map, but you'll see that in True Sign.
Is that one of the secrets, is it? The logo is kind of the secret to how to play.
Yeah, if only they knew. Sorry, Secret. You should have paid attention to the replays. That's on you.
Yeah, unbelievable. So, a 3-0 stomp. Did you guys think at the start of this season that you would be finishing the season at TI, winning 3-0 on the main stage and making it look easy?
Oh boy.
I mean,
here we go.
I mean, I knew we can win the whole thing, but I never thought it's gonna be this easy.
Oh my goodness gracious. Now, it's only happened one time in TI history, by the way. TI7, Team Liquid, right? So a record breaker, and you in particular broke a bunch of records at this TI.
Yeah, you did.
So
most GPM, most last hits a minute.
Oh my God.
I think those are the two. Pretty insane.
Carries all around the world are crying right now. That is the only things that matter in this world.
The sad thing for me is you made your content piece about support players, and then we got to praise a carry player.
I mean,
you've just got to sometimes.
Good job.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
But I mean, that's gotta feel good. I mean, coming in here, record breaking. Do you think your records will be broken anytime soon?
I mean, I didn't even know I broke any records. I was just, you know, focusing on a game and playing it like it's a pub, you know? Like a very, very well coordinated pub.
Dang. That's pretty hype.
All right, so obviously this is the high point of your guys' season, but I'd like each of you to give me what the low point of the season was for you in Dota terms. What was the point where you were really feeling like, oh man, this is not great?
It was definitely at Arlington Major. Like we got like last place there, and we were like very burnt out from that point. Like we just came off of like a very long DPC, like a month and a half. Then we went to another LAN, and then we went to like the Tex LAN. So it's like we were just all very burnt out. You can see it. Like the people were just too tired to play, and like there was definitely the lowest point, like both Dota-wise and like team-wise. Like I feel like we kind of like lost trust in each other maybe a bit in this tournament, and we were kind of like we let ourselves like go too much, and we didn't understand what was happening. So we understood after that we need to like take a break, reset for a bit, and then be ready for the next tournament to come. And we understand our mistakes and we learned from it from that tournament.
Yeah, your performance at that one, I thought you guys were boned. That was no good. But hey, you bounced back, huh? The tough times are what builds you up. Aui, I saw you laughing when we asked the lowest point coming in so far. Do you care to share what that point was?
I think it was just Arlington Major.
It was just Arlington?
Just the whole of the Arlington Major.
And that was a rough tournament. It was like, the problem with that was like, no one really knew what was wrong because you're just burnt out and everyone's feeling like we're talking about the right things, we're sort of doing the right things and nothing's working. So it's just sort of despair. Just, there's nothing. But yeah, we honestly, like it was probably our lowest point. But at that tournament, I feel like the talks that we had like formed a foundation for our TI success. I think in particular, like Saksa brought us outside and he was like, starting a team talk, we had to have like an honest discussion with each other, and it really led to us building up as a team and getting our shit together.
Oh. I know I'm supposed to make jokes, but that was actually beautiful.
We're not gonna
that
make, that was very, very
incredible.
Sweet. That was beautiful. Just a quick change of pace. Post-TI, you guys basically are going to cause a patch to happen.
Yes.
This is what Ice Frog does. He sees a team having fun, winning tournaments, winning Dota, and he's like, this has to stop. What do you think he's going to change, and what do you hope he doesn't?
I hope he's gonna change a lot. What I love the most is when there's a lot of things that change the game that, you know, are completely new and not just simple hero changes. And I'm happy if they just nerf everything that we played. I don't honestly care because now we get to play different things. I think whatever there will be, whatever kind of patch, we will find out what is good for us. I will find whatever hero I'm happy playing, like, and honestly, I hope for a big patch.
You hope for a big patch. Okay, SneyKing.
I also hope for a big patch, but I know for sure Wraith Pack is, you know, it's near its end, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on there. That's, it's got to go.
It might be unlucky for people who are trying to get some MMR right now, seeing the Wraith Pack, but, you know, it is what it is. And I'm very happy with the state of Dota. I think right now, like, almost every Dota hero is viable. I think, how many heroes were unpicked in this tournament?
I believe it was 8.
Yeah, Wind Ranger.
Techies. Clinks.
Sure.
Bounty Hunter.
Who cares?
Kotl.
Hope that guy never comes back.
No, I hope he comes back.
Necro.
Meepo. Oh, really? Hope that guy never comes back.
Uh-oh.
And I think there's one more. What? One at a time, please. Can anyone tell what they're saying?
A mystery that will go to our graves.
Wait, stop, everybody, shh. Hold on, I can see a guy who said it. That guy in blue. Treant Protector! Bussy, sir!
Wonderful job.
We got there in the end.
Well, we should really know this.
It was only 8. We've seen that graphic like a dozen times, and I've written it down a couple of times.
Not my job.
I got some of them.
Good job.
But yeah, you're right. It does seem to be in a good place. I mean, that was, actually, according to the stats that I've been given, The first Medusa grand final pick, never been contested, never picked or contested, completely uncontested. Medusa game 3, and you just won the grand final with it.
You know how that game started? We all just came back to the PCs, and Oliver was like, "Oh, guys, I finally got my Crimson Witness treasure." And then he pulled Medusa. That is
okay,
actually what
hold
happened.
on. I know that's the story.
All right,
Is that actually what
That
happened?
is what happened. I came to the PC and I was like, guys, I have a crimson chest. So I opened it. There was Medusa. I was like, okay, guys, time for Medusa next game. And it ended up randomly being a good Medusa game.
And you actually just, first time in a grand final, picked it. Is it normal, do you think, in game 3 of a grand final to pick just a hero based on what Crimson Witness you got?
I mean, I truly, just felt it's a good Medusa game. And if I was in a pub, I would have also picked it. So, what else?
There you go.
What else is
fate.
there?
It was
You don't
fate.
question fate. A DD appears for a Roche, you Roche. A Crimson gives you a deuce, you deuce. You
deuce.
go in.
You
Game
go
in
deuce.
decree, and you do so. Very good advice.
I think it aligns very well with the Skitter main character mindset. He thinks like everyone are NPCs in his world, and like if the storyteller wants him to play Dusa, the signs went his way.
Incredible.
Incredible fate.
So, I think we're going to say to you guys, because you probably want to get off to a party and celebrate, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to come and sit here with us and talk for a little while. I think they have been absolutely phenomenal to watch all TI. You guys have been by far the best team. You showed it throughout the tournament, you showed it in the final. You are absolutely worthy winners, and you've made us all very happy. So thank you guys so much for coming on the show, and all the best. Can we get a massive cheer and a round of applause for Tundra Esports, your TI champions? And that's it from us as well.
You guys can go now. Oh, it's all good. What an amazing TI.
That was great. Yeah, Jake, thank you so much for doing this show with me. I know that they're going to leave.
Yeah, let's go. Goodbye. Don't worry.
Goodbye,
There's a
friends.
pleasure.
Goodbye. Yeah, let them go.
Thank you.
Cheer them again on their way out.
Oh, goodbye.
God, I thought they left the Aegis for a second.
Holy.
It was the microphone.
What do you think that would get out of pawn shop?
I don't think much. I bet most people wouldn't know what it is.
Dumbasses.
Idiots. They missed out on this.
Morons.
But yeah, thanks, Jake. Obviously, I met you. No, I wasn't shaking your hand.
Oh.
I was just gesticulating. Yeah, I'm sweaty and you're sweaty.
I
Let's
like
not do that. It means a lot to me to have you on the show because I met you at TI4, and I want to say that you have been a great mate throughout the years, genuinely. A lot of fun to work with, fun to hang around with, and you're a top lad. And now that you're a bold brother, you're one of us.
Pyrion, you are a great example of what makes Dota 2 so magical. Because I feel like I met you through Dota, and you're a friend for life. And I'll pub with you any day. I don't care if we win or lose, baby. Give it
You and me, buddy. You and me. That's this year's late game. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys hopefully at TI12. Take it easy and goodbye. Singapore.
Bye-bye, Singapore!
Oh, shit.